Welcome to another episode of the Olive Roots podcast. I'm your host, Chose Ayub. Ooh, we're going to have a good time. I had some time today, so I was like, let me go on a live and talk about this video that was created by Tyler Oliveira. It talks about how the Jewish community took over New Jersey. So make sure you subscribe, comment, share, hype, contribute, check out the merch on the oliverootspodcast.com. All right, guys, here goes nothing. Make sure you grab your popcorn, your soda, your wings, your pizza, and everything else that you love, because this one is going to be real spicy. So let me take a sip of my brew. All right, here we go, guys. Buckle up. It's going to get spicy.
This is Lakewood, New Jersey.
Lakewood, New Jersey. For all my New Jersey people.
Home to one of the largest and fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, having anywhere from 6 to 10 kids per family, causing the community's rapid growth to spill into the neighboring towns of Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Howell, causing non-Jewish residents to fear that their town will soon be turned into Little Jerusalem, just like Lakewood.
It's gonna turn to Little Jerusalem, guys. Oh man, they're taking over. They're taking over. They've been taking over.
Tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime.
You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016. How did you get a relationship with the White House? Who in the White House?
I don't want to say.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense.
It's not about Jackson. Jackson is a test case. If it isn't squashed soon, is going to take over the entire country.
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns.
You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved, people connected to the President of the United States.
In New Jersey, is there room for a two-state solution?
Man, hey, that's the answer. Just take Israel and put it in America, and that's how you make Palestine free.
No, there's clearly not. I think it's going to be a fight.
I ride around Lakewood. There are near Lakewood, outside of Lakewood, and all these towns around Lakewood, there are housing developments. Well, Goyim live there.
The Goyim, guys. The Goyim. The Goyim live there, guys. Wow.
There are no Yidden there yet, but all these housing developments, someone who they could turn it around. We saw what happened in Lakewood itself. There are a lot of other opportunities if people want to take that jump and become a shtickle pioneer.
As the
Shtickle pioneer, guys.
Orthodox Jewish community consolidated political power in Lakewood, taking majority control of the Township Committee, Planning Board, Zoning Board, and School Board, financially depleting the public school system for non-Jewish kids, overwhelming local infrastructure, and turning a once quiet town into a densely populated, over-trafficked Jewish enclave prioritizing Jews over non-Jews.
Over the Goyim, guys. All the stupid Goyim that are watching this. I love you, you Goyim. Keep watching.
Before I investigate the Jewish takeover of Lakewood and of the nearby town of Jackson, I first want to visit the town where the blueprint was born, Muncie, New York.
Someone like David Badner saw the opportunity a few years ago. He bought 50 to 100 houses in Muncie. I believe that he single-handedly, in a certain way, turned around Muncie. These are opportunities that come up every once in a while, and someone has to step up to the plate.
Guys, these people, they worship money, and they're willing to buy everything just to ruin it for all the Goyim. They're buying America slowly. They already own the Senate, the Congress, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, you name it, they own it. They run ICE. Soon they're going to come. You said something anti-Semitic. You got to go to prison. It's happening. Florida is the most Jewish state in America right now. And it's just going to keep getting worse, guys. Let's proceed.
Miller News. Thanks for meeting up on such short notice, man.
My Muntslandians, you know we here. We outside. Yeah.
When did you notice Muncie begin to form as a Hasidic Jewish enclave?
I would say 20 years ago, I saw the first start of it, and then every year it just started to grow exponentially.
Hey!
Different.
It's me. How are you? Stop what?
They on Tyler. Yo, they on Tyler. Right?
But the Jews here were not happy to see me
After this video that he did inside the New York town invaded by welfare-addicted Jews, man, he got into trouble. And I know after he did this video we're reviewing, he got into a lot of trouble, lost sponsors, and he's like, wow, so I can expose everybody. I can talk about any community, but when I talk about God's chosen people, I get canceled. And all these stuff started to happen, sponsors disappearing. You know, they're God's chosen people. They are created not equally to the Goyim, and they are protected by Hashem. If you don't know who Hashem is, I pray for you. Let's continue, okay? Okay.
after I asked how they afford 7 to 10 kids on a single income and if they were on welfare in Curious Joel. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
17, 18. I already did a video about the previous video. You can find it on my channel. It's bonkers.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Multiple and fruitful. Where are you from? From Russia. Kadila. Kharashu. Plaka.
How do you afford to study the Torah, though?
God help me.
Does the American taxpayer help you too?
Yeah, that was a legend. Tyler is a legend.
Oh, so yes.
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
It's... I'm not saying anything.
Are you Tyler?
I'm Tyler.
Are you trying to do another anti-Semitism video?
Anti-Semitism video, guys. Everything that has to do with exposing these antichrist is anti-Semitic. All of us are Amalek. We are the Goyim. We are the enemies of Israel. We have to be destroyed. That is what this whole war with Iran is. At the first day of Purim, their celebration, when they destroyed the Persian, they bombed Iran. And remember, Iran was fasting, Ramadan. So according to these people, on April 1st, April 2nd, which is April's Fool, supposedly that's when the war ends. So if you hear all of a sudden that something stopped with this war, you know, the Epstein Fury and the roaring lion, which is Satan, then you'll know they're just trying to fulfill prophecies. If it keeps going on, that means they're like, oh no, we can't control Iran. Persia's going to destroy the Jewish people. Help us, Hashem. Where are you? I thought we are chosen. And the censorship is crazy right now from Israel, guys. Just so you know. The censorship, like if you take a video of a rocket or a missile falling on Boom Boom Tel Aviv, you can go to jail. And a lot of them are celebrating because they're like, the Mashiach is coming. You know, they have a song, Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Ay, 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 ay. Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Yeah, Mashiach means Messiah in Hebrew. So, you know, they're waiting for the Antichrist. I just learned today that they have two Messiahs. Mashiach ben Yosef, Mashiach ben David. They think Trump is Mashiach ben David. But they try to figure out who's Mashiach ben Yosef. So they have two messiahs. And then they have something called Metatron. An angel, kind of not, kind of the smaller God. And then they call him Yeshua, which a lot of people lied from that community saying Yeshua is Jesus. No, it's not. That's fake Hebrew. His name is Jesus. His real name might have been Yahusha in old ancient Hebrew. In Aramaic, Yeshu. Sur, not Yeshua. So these people like to just switch everything and bastardize everything. I mean, look at Palestine. All the names changed. Bastardize. They made them Hebrew. Let's proceed. Look at this guy's face. Such a Semite. Doesn't he look like a real, true Semite? Look at that face talking about anti-Semitism. Lord have mercy. All right, here we go.
How did I spread anti-Semitism? That's crazy you said that. Life circumstance, different culture. So this is their way of, like, listen, I know you're frustrated about what some of the things we focused on. Is that kind of what I'm getting at? Sure. So give me some examples of how things were misconstrued. Yeah, what did I get that was wrong?
So it's not necessarily misconstrued. Well, it is misconstrued. There's a lot of it that's, you'll cut a lot of it, cut out different words, make it sound a lot worse than it is. There's a lot of people here that are on welfare. A lot of people are in Section 8. A lot of people that are on a bunch of different WIC, food stamps, stuff like that. Sure. If you go to any low-income communities, you're going to see that. They're all going to be on the different welfares.
Okay, so
why do they always talk so fast? Like Ben Shapiro. His eyebrows keep getting bigger and bigger, and his tiny hat keeps getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if you guys noticed that. With Ben Shapiro, he's such a Semite. His eyebrows look like they're about to take off. Y'all seen that? It looked like this. His eyebrow. They talk so fast, man. Like, I'm trying to catch up with what they're saying. I'm getting tired. Like, my ears get tired when I listen to these people talk. You know what I mean? All right, let's proceed.
they were on welfare.
Yeah,
okay.
No bit of denying that.
Okay.
But again, it's the way you say it, it's the way you twist it, the way you...
How did I twist it?
Not twist it, again, twist is the wrong word.
I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Growing up in an extremely... Dude, go.
Ah, the insufferable hug.
That's how they protest, by hunting.
I see. You say I misrepresent, and then they do that. Like, come on.
I'm not saying they're all good people. It's like I said, wherever you go, there's going to be the idiots. There's always going to be the assholes wherever you go.
I totally get it.
You talk about the community. It feels like you're trying to create a narrative that you did not find.
Look at this guy. How expensive is this Mercedes? Who paid for it? And why does he sound so high?
You found people that are on welfare that have a lot of kids, but your headline did wrote welfare addicted Jews.
What is your frustration? I'm curious. Welfare dependent, welfare reliant, welfare addicted. What's the difference? Tell me. They need it to survive, and without it, they die. What is the difference?
It's addictive to bait click. That's an addiction.
That's an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you addicted to being a victim or what?
No.
The Goyim were grateful someone was finally bringing up their town's issues.
Monserrat, I show you. They take all my money, these people.
You think they take the money?
Good, man.
Bienvenidos a Monsiland con mi amigo.
Yes, sir. The Goyim, they're waking up. The Latinos, they know, man. Orale! To all my Latinos watching, man, I love you. I love Latinos, man.
All right, see you, bro. How do you like living here as a non-Jew?
So-so.
So. Not good for the Goy. And you know what these people, well, you know who I'm talking about, say about black people. They believe, according to their Talmud, if you don't know, now you will learn something. They believe that Ham, the son of Noah, because Ham, Shem, and Japheth, they think they're from Shem, they're from Japheth. They're Japhethites. I'm the Semite. But they believe that Ham slept with a raven and a dog in the ark of Noah. So God was mad, and he cursed him with black skin. You know who also believes that black people got cursed? They were not black and they became black? Mormons. Yes, guys, Mormonism is created by God's chosen people. So is Jehovah's Witness. So many. It's a deep rabbit hole, guys. All they do is deceive. Remember, the devil cannot create. He can copy, mimic. That's why all these tweaks, you know what I mean? But that guy does not like to live in this neighborhood. He said, so. Okay.
Well, I don't
What do you
like
mean
the
by
area.
so-so?
Because the aesthetics.
Do they treat you as one of them? Like,
No,
are you guys
no.
on the same page?
No. They don't bother me because I don't deal with them.
Okay. Do you think there is large-scale welfare fraud out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot. They get away with everything. They get the Section 8, they get everything, the free housing and,
Do you think most people work out here in the Hasidic community?
No.
No? How do they afford their bills?
I wish I knew. I would do the same thing, too.
Wouldn't we all love to know how? I wish I could just sit there and eat my Torah all day and have 20 babies and they're all paid for. I don't have to stress. Man, life is good for this community, ain't it? Man.
And what are your thoughts on the driving out here? I got to ask you that. It's the most important question.
I don't want to talk about it.
The driving is crazy.
Okay.
Because the stop sign over there, they don't even stop. They just pass. That's why so much traffic and accidents, and it's crazy.
You saw the...
Why would they stop? They're God's chosen people. They don't have to follow the rules. They don't even follow the rules in the Torah.
Curious Joel video. Why was that video good?
That video was good because I've been in East Ramapo for as long as I remember. I also went to Spring Valley High School. I've been in the school system, and we've definitely seen a lot of things, especially since our school board was majority private school owners, mainly Jewish white men, and most of our school was not Jewish. And they had control over our public school system over like the past 10 years, purposely voting no on our school budget vote so that way we would fail, and we lost about 3-2 schools.
Basic.
Wow. Did you hear that, guys? These white Jewish men, they run the schools that is mostly goyim. And the people are losing their houses and losing their schools. They're losing everything to God's chosen people. Why are God's chosen people taking America? Because America is the new Rome. It's Edom. And the Christians, especially the white Christians, they're the Edomites. They're the ones who destroyed us 2,000 years ago when they destroyed the temple. Remember? You don't understand that God destroyed the temple because they refused Jesus Christ. Doesn't ring a bell. All right, let's proceed.
Through block voting, Orthodox Jews won enough seats to control the East Ramapo School Board and went on to eliminate hundreds of public school positions like teachers and social workers, while approving millions of taxpayer dollars to be spent on their children's religious private schools, ultimately gutting the public school system for the estimated 9,000 black and brown public school students, while diverting that money to their private religious schools.
They give us food that's rotten and
They give them food that's rotten. Listen.
it's cold and it hurts our stomach.
I ask you, do not take our music program away. I love playing an instrument. My brother would be crushed.
They took up their music program, guys. Children of every race, the Goyim. And they always target the black community in America, by the way, if you don't know. They use them. They use them and abuse them. Who runs the music industry? Remember when music, a long time ago, was like, I woke up in the morning, wanted a drink, pop the fridge on, have it, you know? It was just like somebody telling a story. And then all of a sudden, what do we see? Gangster rap, shoot that and F that B, all this nastiness. Where did this come from? God's chosen people started owning the record labels. Hollywood, when the movies were classic and all of a sudden it's demonic and gay and Luciferian, and Disney, man, even Disney became full of pedophilia and all that stuff. Who owns it? God's chosen people. But if you say that and you notice, you're anti-Semitic. You need to get punished. You don't make fun of God's chosen people because Hashem is with us. Your JC is not going to do nothing, okay? That's what these people believe.
Budget cuts were so devastating that in one instance, an elementary school shut down, and the majority Jewish school board then voted to sell it to a Jewish yeshiva for pennies on the dollar.
Guys, they closed the Goyim school, bought it, and gave it to their own people. Yeah. This is real. This is not conspiracy, guys. This is great reporting. Well, I know that I'm Palestinian, so they did the same over there. But people are catching up. It's okay, as long as they can catch up. Catch up, guys. Pick up your pace. There's a false flag attack getting planned right now by Israel to blame the Muslims. I mean, if you don't see that coming, you're an idiot. Pardon my French. They're planning. They're always 5-7 steps ahead. 6 million steps ahead. Because Americans don't want this war with Iran. So they have to create hate. Even though there's barely 1% Muslims in America. And there's 2.5% of God's chosen people, and they run everything. Oh no, Islam is dangerous. They're all going to kill us. I don't think the Noahide laws are from the Quran. They're from the Talmud. I don't think Muslims blaspheme Jesus Christ, but the Talmud does. I believe Muslims believe that he's a prophet as the Messiah. The Talmud says he's burning and boiling excrement. So who's the enemy? You tell me.
Basically, the poorest, most vulnerable kids in these communities had their schools gutted and looted, all by a majority Jewish school board whose kids didn't even attend public school.
Nathan Rothschild. Did you see that? I'm going to rewind. Listen, look.
Jewish school board whose kids didn't even attend.
Nathan Rothschild. You know what Rothschild means? Rothschild means red shield. That star, the hexagram, comes from the red shield. The Rothschild, they had that star. Then it became on the Zionist State of Israel flag. They call it Magen David, the shield of David. But then when you ask them, what is this? They say it's the Star of David. But they call it Magen David. And that comes from India. Shatkona, that's what it's called. It's for magic. You can call it the Seal of Solomon, whatever you want to call it. It's magic. It's to put a hex on you. So if you ask any person who practices Judaism today, where does the star come from? They're like, oh, it's a Jewish symbol. No. Where does it come from? I don't know. Because it's not in the Bible, Old or New Testament. You know what's in the Bible? The Star of Ramphan. That comes from India. The God of War. Who's the God of War? Who's the God of War? Tell me. Tell me. Who? Putting this user in timeout. He's saying he's doing too much in there. All right, let's proceed.
Public school.
We believe that some of the decisions that have been made by the board have not been in the best interest of the public school community.
You don't like it? Find yourself another place to live.
You don't like it? Find yourself another place to live. You don't like it? We came to Palestine. Find another place to live. There are so many Arabic Muslim countries in these Bibles. Just go. Go live somewhere else. Go back to where you came from. No, how about you go back to where you came from in Europe and elsewhere? They're from everywhere but there. Like at a certain time, man, you just have to be like sick of this propaganda.
What's your education?
My education, it was decent, but it definitely could have been better if we had the resources that we were allowed to have. But again, for the past 10, 15 years or so, people have been purposely voting no on our school budget vote, so that way we had no funding and money for our school. And, you know, that was done purposely.
And who was voting no?
Majority, the Jewish community. You, like, drive around here, you'll literally see signs saying vote no for our school budget, which I think is crazy. Luckily, we were able to get a award system to be able to get 3 seats for the wars, but if it wasn't for that, we still would be majority white Jewish men voting for public school students that they don't care about. Yeah, and they purposely go out their way to isolate us. We're basically isolated to the point where we feel like this isn't our home.
A lot of people
That's crazy, man. They went to the black community, easier victim for them, right? Low income. They have their own problems in this country. We know the history. I'm not an idiot. And they just go take advantage of the vulnerable, man. They take advantage of the vulnerable. That's what they do. That's why when they came to Palestine, we were kind. We let them in, and they just screwed us over. God promised us this country, this land of Israel, 5 million, 6 million years ago. Bro, you're Polish. Yeah, diaspora. We got, we left and we came back. We're coming back. Why you all look different? Because we got mixed. Then that means you're not Jewish. What? No, we are from there. Well, give me your DNA test. Oh, no. Come on, bro. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night.
like to say they're ducking taxes and all that. There's truths and lies to that, but I could only tell you that I've only seen the bad part. The bad part is I've seen houses get broken down. I've seen certain spaces, buildings get destroyed for, let's just say, for more kosher customs. You feel me? So
kosher customs. Everybody's like walking on eggshells when they talk about that group of people and don't want to break the eggs. I'll break the eggs, bro. I'm breaking the whole dozen. I'm breaking baskets of those eggs. I don't care. And you should not care either. Wake up, speak up, do something. Stop being cowards, people. Say something, do something, point it out in person, not just online. Expose them. It's time, man. It's time. It's time to wake up. We don't have enough time. Wake up. You got to do that. Otherwise, we're all screwed, all of us. I don't care what's your ethnic background, nationality, language, religion. If you're not one of them, you're screwed. So wake up.
Okay. I want to thank you for showing our community. I don't believe in hiding. I believe we have a tremendous amount to be proud of. And like every community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives.
Tell me about what are some of the best things about this community then. Yeah.
Tonight at
Oh, what happened to the sound?
We have a tremendous amount to be proud of. And like every community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives.
Tell me about what are some of the best things about this community then. Yeah.
Tonight at sundown, we shut our phones, we shut our cars, we go to shul. The most beautiful part of our religion, do you understand that Orthodox Jews can be anywhere? The sun is coming down and it's the last opportunity to pray what's called mincha, which is afternoon services. They could be in the most important meetings and they'll go pray. And they could care less about anything happening. The same things with Shabbos. We come home, our families are waiting. We sing Shalom Aleichem. We welcome in.
Shalom Aleichem. Where did they steal that from? I wonder. Sounds like Salam Alaikum. Man, their whole thing is fabricated. Their language, their traditions, their customs. Everything is fake. Guys, these are not the Judeans of Jesus Christ times. What? Nothing in common. Zero. Nothing in common, guys. Oh, so great, so great. Just doing all these customs and law. That's not going to save you. Oh, the Mashiach is coming. He came already. He's coming back to destroy you. Repent. Repent, chosen ones, chosenites. Repent, chosenites.
The Shabbos, and you'll say back Aleichem Shalom, right?
Aleichem Shalom, yeah, from Arabic. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. God, man. These people just steal and lie, and they gaslight you, and every accusation is a confession.
Would they feed 10 kids without those programs?
I am one of 10 children.
You're driving a G-Wagon, bro.
My father was never on any welfare. I used to reuse sandwich bags to save my father a penny.
That's great.
What? Oh, man. It's all about that one penny, huh? That one shekel. Every shekel matters. Did you guys hear that? That was funny, man. That was funny, you know? Like, I don't understand. But let me see. Let me see something here. Let me just ban this user real quick because he's doing too much. All right, let's continue.
For you.
You're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your video.
What about me, though?
I love you, man.
Ah!
You are funny.
You don't own this place. You don't own America. I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you
So
want.
Get in your G-Wagon. Get to work.
You're not trying to bring people together. You never did, you never will. It's who you are. Somebody hurt you deeply, and I'm sorry.
Why does he have headphones in the... I don't know, how much is this car? $200,000? And he said something about saving a penny in a sandwich bag for his dad. Like, who are you fooling? Do these people think we're like dumb? Yeah, you stupid guy. You stupid guy. Oh. Do they think we're dumb? I'm going crazy today. This is a live, guys. This is not planned. I didn't even watch this, so I'm just having fun. Hopefully you're enjoying your time here.
He was right. Someone did hurt me. Whoever told my sponsors to pull out after making one video exploring a community of welfare-addicted Jews. If you want to help me avoid ending up on welfare too, and get access to all of these videos early, and watch never-before-seen content I can't upload on YouTube, go subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/TylerOliveira for $5 a month. Back to the video. After speaking to frustrated Goyim in Muncie, I headed to Lakewood, New Jersey, one of the fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, where a similar Jewish takeover has taken place, leading to the gutting of the public school system, all while turning a predominantly working class Irish and Italian town into Little Jerusalem.
Irish and Italian, both considered in America white. So this is white on white crime? I mean, what am I supposed to call this? I don't know. Are they white or are they Jewish? Are they both? Who knows? Shapeshifters.
I'm trying to merge a gap to see if there's any way that we could actually be one community. Because as you can tell, it's two separate communities. Look around. You will not see a non-Jewish resident here.
We got the Yiddish bus.
This is really all Jewish stores.
Sure.
Now, that pizza place, it's going to be kosher pizza, probably.
A lot of these signs are written in Yiddish, and everything's insulated basically.
It's modern Hebrew, not Yiddish, which is kind of like Yiddish, yeah. It's fake language. It's the language of the devil. Now you know.
You come here to this plaza, get everything you need. Quite convenient, quite 100%.
Nice. Now, everyone can shop here. Of course, we could go in and they'll be friendly, but everything's geared towards one community.
Because they want your goyim money. They want your shekels, ah? Do you have a shekel? You can come spend it here in my community. Thank you very much. I send now your tax money to Israel to bomb children in Gaza.
But
And is it always this way? This part here, is this newly developed in the last?
Oh yeah, so this used to be a concrete yard.
Got it.
So we're almost where we're standing used to have rows of concrete trucks.
Sure. It's bustling. It's busy.
Now, this place was packed with Jews buying groceries for Shabbos, but keep in mind, Goyim are fully allowed to come in here and shop whenever they please.
They're very friendly. I don't think anybody's going to be nasty to us. Is a lot of the fear bullshit warranted? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I do think they don't feel comfortable enough to do it.
But it's important to understand the bigger picture here. As kosher stores move in, more Jews move here too, creating a positive feedback loop where a town rapidly becomes a Jewish hub, ultimately changing the character and identity of a town, and in Lakewood's case, overwhelming the infrastructure. Before we explore the many implications of life for Goyim as towns like Lakewood become increasingly Jewish, I want you to understand how quickly the word anti-Semitism gets weaponized almost in real time out here.
Tyler, it seems like you discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, no?
Why do you think anything that you don't like to see is anti-Semitism? What have I said that's anti-Semitic? Go.
When you talk about people accepting government money, and the overlay is a bunch of pictures of fraud, you're trying to twist it to make it look like we're doing fraud.
There were welfare programs that were defrauded by Jews. What did I say that was a lie?
There are
Go.
welfare programs that are defrauded by
Yes,
everybody.
and I made a Minneapolis video as well. I've made several videos. Why are you being so sensitive?
What you're trying to make it sound is like anyone who accepts government money in the Jewish community is doing fraud.
That's your interpretation.
What you're doing is dangerous.
What you're doing is dangerous. You can talk about everyone else, but don't talk about us, okay? Guys, this is the censorship slowly coming here to suffocate us. Pax Judaica, they're going to rule the world from Israel. That's why Iran needs to get the job done. Get it over with. We're tired, we're sick, we're exhausted. We want to live. We want to coexist. But they don't. Why? God's chosen people, guys. Why don't you get it? They're God's chosen people. Sha'bullah al-Mukhtar. That's how God's chosen people look, behave, and yeah, whatever.
How is this dangerous? Why should you be treated like a protected group? You're asking for special privileges.
No, we're not. We're asking just to be fair, and you're not being fair.
I am being fair.
This is going to make you a lot of money, and it's going to jump a lot of hatred towards a community that's seeing a rise in anti-Semitism that hasn't been seen in years.
Yeah, I wonder why there's a rise in anti-Semitism. Maybe because Israel is butchering Palestinian children in Gaza for 2+ years on live TV. They've been doing it for years, decades. Yeah, that's anti-Semitic. You can't talk about that. Epstein files, you can't talk about the children. That's anti-Semitic. What can we talk about? Nothing. You can't talk about the Talmud. That's dangerous. Not everybody follows the Talmud. Yeah, okay. You are chosen by your father, the devil. He's the father of all lies. He's always been a liar. That's right, boy.
Every single day, our lives are at risk, and this is going to lead to more.
Their lives that are at risk? How is this guy's life is at risk? In New Jersey, in a Jewish neighborhood. How is his life at risk? Enlighten me.
My sponsor literally got pulled out of the video once they learned the topic of that video. I lost the sponsorship. How is that lucrative? Tell me. Do you say anti-Semitism? I say anti-Goyism.
That is anti-Goyism. I might put that on a shirt, guys. You know, stop being anti-Goyism. The Goyim, we know. We know, guys. We know the Goyim know. Ha!
Listen, man, you got a kid in the car, I just noticed. Drive your kid home, get your groceries. You're getting honked at. Let's go. It was good to meet you, though.
So you're arguing with the United States because the president obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different country?
Why don't you move back to Israel then if there's so much anti-Semitism, right? Like that guy said. Why is it?
I like Tyler, man. Tyler's fighting this fight by himself.
Go to Israel.
We are giving back.
Listen, in theory, welfare is a good idea. It's sweet, right? At what point is it too far? Because this is a program designed to help single moms after they get divorced and keep the kid from starving.
I also disagree with you that someone doesn't have a right to have a child.
I think you should have a child if you can afford it, right?
Interrupt real quick?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not
Fair
to
enough.
come back.
Amazing.
If you come back, it'll be a
trespassing
trespassing charge. You're
Fair enough.
trespassing.
If you don't like the laws of America and you think that the government of welfare is stupid or whatever,
I would like to change the laws. Just like you would like to create anti-Semitism protection laws that give you guys protected classes and protection against anti-Semitism, whatever that means, right?
So
why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
Because I like it here.
Same here. I like it here, but I like to make some changes. We can both agree on that, right?
So please keep on moving.
God bless you. There we go. He loves us.
I know. Make a change.
Yeah, you guys have group chats of me. You guys say, beware of this guy like I'm like Hitler or something. I'm like, come on.
He's the Austrian painter because he's asking questions. I mean, he's speaking facts, man. Warning, anti-Semitic influencers are coming to town. What does it say? They aim to provoke and twist conversations to smear our community. Do not engage. They manipulate recordings to fit their anti-Semitic agenda. Know your rights. You are not required to answer questions. You have the right to walk away. Say clearly, please don't harass me, and walk away. Kalal Yisrael does not open the door to who? You see that word? Enziz? Yes, if you go ask questions, you're Austrian Painter Army. We do not argue with provocateurs. We do not give extremists attention. Stay safe, stay safe, stay alert, stay safe, stay strong. Oh my God. The only victims in the world. The only victims in the world.
Dude, I'm a nice guy. I talk to everyone.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them.
Your story point over here is that people can't have children if they can't afford them. You, as a society, are born from people who started with two people. Two, okay? Adam and Eve. That's it. You want to go with the Big Bang, but it started at some point. There was two people. And now there's billions. And there was trillions throughout the world. So you're saying if you can't have kids...
What does that have to do with anything? All of that...
Yeah, what is he talking about? These people like to go back to the beginning and like 3,000 years ago and 5,000 years. Did you know that Adam and Eve were Jewish? No, seriously. Did you know that Adam and Eve were Jewish? Do you know that Noah was Jewish? Shem, Japheth, Ham, they're all Jewish. Abraham, Jewish. Isaac, Yitzchak, Jewish. Jacob, Yaakov, Jewish. Everybody was Jewish. So where did the Goyim come from? I don't know. They're not. They don't have a soul. They're not from God. We are from God. What? Yeah.
People didn't have welfare. Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Did
welfare
they have a government to pay for their
We live in a government that decides that if you have children, we're going to help you. Now, everyone does their part.
You should not have more kids than you can afford. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids. Okay. That's what you're arguing.
I'm not arguing that I should pay for the kids.
You are.
I'm arguing that the government said.
No, that's our money. I pay taxes. I shouldn't be funding your kids.
And you elected Donald
Should
Trump.
not be funding your kids. You don't pay for my kids. Okay, fuck, I could do this all day. Why don't you go?
He said I could do this all day. All right, let's proceed.
Go. No, you should go because you're stopping traffic. Guys, let's go. Move on.
He's stopping traffic, not me.
Yeah, right. No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
He was saying, Tyler, he loves me.
So
man.
we're not allowed here?
Come. You want to come to the corner?
Where? Over there? Let's go move. Let's go.
You know, I know what you did in the video, and we all saw it, and we still see it. But it's like...
What did I get wrong?
Nobody can cross the government. The government knows everything. The United States federal government knows everything.
Not if you're fraudulently found.
No, that's not true. That if you feel that you live in a country that is corrupt...
I do.
Why are you still living here?
Well, not everyone has options, right?
I can give you a list of 15, 20 countries off the bat that you can live in.
Yeah, regardless, let's say...
Look at these people, man. They go everywhere and they don't want to assimilate. And they feel like entitled and they're arrogant. And they're like, if you don't like it, get out. Why don't you get out? No wonder they're being kicked out of 109 countries more than 1,000 times. You guys are seeing this. And if you say anything, you're anti-Semitic. Like, it's kind of like you can't win. You're doomed if you leave them alone, and you're doomed if you don't leave them alone. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. I don't think we need to do what the Austrian painter did, but something needs to be done.
America is corrupt. I still want to live here.
You understand?
Oh, but hold on. Just because there is corruption here, which there is.
There is no.
What are you talking
There is no corruption.
about? Let's not be silly here.
If there would be corruption, the FBI would love to come here first than any other location.
They're on the FBI. You remember Kash Patel? When he saw the Epstein files, his eyes went like this. He never looked the same after that. with the Mossad agent of a woman he's dating. Can't fool me, man.
In the world.
Come on, that's not true.
Well, I read the numbers in Minnesota.
22 people indicted for Medicaid
fraud. Numbers in Minnesota. And listen, you can attack them as much as you want. What they did, that's big numbers, man.
Both of your schools had money laundering. You had people. Yes.
They would love always to point at someone else, especially the Muslims. That's their cord. That's their cord. Doesn't matter where the Muslims are from. Somalia, Middle East, Asia, but I'm all in the same bowl. Just because they put themselves in the same bowl, they try to put everybody else in the same bowl. And I'm like, no, bro. A person from a specific faith from China is different from somebody with the same faith in Nigeria or France or Mexico. A Christian in Palestine is different than a Christian in Mexico, is different than a Christian in Sweden, is different than a Christian in Vietnam. They don't speak the same language, they don't look the same, they don't eat the same food, they don't speak the same language. They're worshipped differently. But according to these people, they are all the same because they are God's chosen people. When are you going to get it, you stupid goyim? Come on, goyim. Get it. I just killed the bug. What was that? Oh no, they're spying on me. This was maybe surveillance.
There's 45 schools here.
So BMG had people that were charged with money laundering, and so did the school for special diligence.
As of when?
2019, 2018, 2017. Look it up. It's all over Google.
I don't look it up. You got to show it to me.
Come on.
95% of people in this vicinity between these 4 or 5 zip codes work very hard.
Yeah.
So if you want to go and dig in a place like here, Lakewood, where the same capital you're going to find in this small percentage.
You're making me want to dig now. You're making me want to look.
See how they all took pictures, and it's like a mafia, man. These people are like a mafia. I don't think you can win with these people, guys. So we have to unite. That's how you win.
You're already digging, man. You're digging already for
I'm at Whole Foods. What are you talking about? 4 months?
What do you mean? Go break your head. You can keep on breaking your head.
I will break my head.
No problem. Eventually, when you break your head too much, you end up digging water. When you dig water, there's nothing under it.
You were in Jackson, which is really like a continuation of Lakewood. By the way, I don't know if you know how I toppled the government there. They had all these anti-Semitic laws. It was crazy. I had 2 conversations with the White House, and eventually DOJ got involved. But anyway, so I don't know, are you already doing your Lakewood thing?
I'm here with Dr. Richard Roberts. You sold a pharmaceutical company for $800 million. You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016.
Yes.
And you reached out to me. Why did you reach out to me via email?
Because you posted that, first of all, you did your video at Curious Yoel in New York, and got a lot of Orthodox Jews very, very upset.
But why did you reach out to me?
But towards the end of the video, you saw the altruism in the community, and you seemed to respect that. And since I could see that you seemed to me to have a sincere desire to actually get the real facts, because if you were just bigoted against us, you wouldn't be struck or commenting on the altruism in our community.
But you casually toppled the Jackson government. A, what does that mean? B, how did you get a relationship with the White House?
I never spoke to DOJ. I did speak to people in the White House twice to tell them what was going on, because...
Who in the White House?
I think I don't want to say.
He doesn't want to say. Why you talk like this? You hear you?
First off, though, so you mentioned Jackson's a continuation of Lakewood. You toppled the governments. You went to the White House willy-nilly. Called? Okay. You're connected to the White House.
By the way, I rarely leave my house.
Which just goes to show the scale of your connections, in my opinion. I hear this voicemail, I'm like, shiver me timbers, who am I dealing with a little bit here, right? Like, this guy's...
Little old
me. All right, he's calling.
Yeah, it's very strange, guys. What just happened there?
And you might be wondering, why are mega wealthy Jewish power brokers connected to Donald Trump trying to set the record straight with a lowly goy tuber like myself?
Because Donald Trump is the first Jewish president of the United States of Israel. His ex-wife is God's chosen people. His daughter just got rid of JC and decided to become God's chosen people, married to Kushner. Jared Kushner, God's chosen people. Guys, Trump, his grandkids are God's chosen people. He was funded by the Adelson family, God's chosen people from Samaria and Judea, Israel. That's where they're from. So, yeah, it's very deep, guys. Very, very deep. Let's proceed. This is only a quarter of the film today, the episode.
This all begs the question. Why are they so afraid of me?
Because you are a goy.
I think they just don't want you to portray Lakewood in a bad way. That's really all it is.
Is there any bad to see?
There's bad to see everywhere. It's good to see everywhere.
Exactly. Good, bad, and the ugly everywhere, right?
100%. I used to live here in Lakewood when I was in 9th and 10th grade. I love Lakewood. There's so much Jewish life here. It's so easy to be Jewish and everything's cheaper. It's amazing here.
Why did Lakewood become such a large Jewish hub?
So I think it started with BMG, Base Marriage Gavoa, and then you had a lot, you know BMG.
Yeah, tell me more about BMG though, right? I hear it's like the Harvard of yeshivas.
Yes, it's top notch. You just sit and learn all day. You already finished your high school phase. Most people went to Israel already, came back, and they just sit and learn all the time. It's amazing. I used to do it when I was a teenager. Lakewood's an amazing place and everything, and I think I've seen your videos all over. I just think that people get nervous and stuff like that, but you're just coming here filming the truth, and you're working just like we are. That's it. We're all in the same boat.
What should we know about Lakewood?
It's a great place. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've got, no, it's welcoming for the most part. A few guys are fired up. We try to give them the chance to speak, have a conversation. Do a little pss.
Okay, man.
What whisper did we miss?
Nothing. I gotta go now, but
I love it. To a T. A guy gets a whisper, then he goes quiet. Would you like to say anything? How you doing? Or with this guy whispering in his brethren's ears, he comes up when they're talkative and sweet, and he goes pss, 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 and then they stop talking. It is miraculous. Tyler, good to meet you. What's your name?
If I say something good, you're gonna put it on?
Let's go. We just met up with the guy. He was like pissed off that we like come around here and explore. This guy's killing me, dude. The pss, pss. This is, he's treating you like a child.
So good, the whole world's gonna laugh so nice.
They're probably making jokes about you stupid goyim.
I know.
This is pathetic. He's treating you like a child. Who is this guy?
Why are you guys being told what to say?
Let the man speak. Okay, does that not look like suspicious activity?
Why is there so much secrecy if you have nothing to hide?
Why would he do that? He's the head whisperer. All right, tell me what you're going to say.
How much money everyone makes in this town? Crazy amount.
What?
The police is also going to follow us, just FYI.
Going to follow us.
There's a police response, special response unit, and the cops have their internal monologue that they're going to just trail us around.
Amazing. So given that the cops are being called so often, they're just going to follow us around all day. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Yeah, land of the free-ish. Free-ish. How free are we really here in America when you think about it? I mean, we're pretty free here, right? But you are not free when it comes to two topics. What are the two topics, you might ask? Well, let me try to educate you. You can mock Trump. You can mock Biden. You can mock the Republicans, the Democrats. You can mock and make fun of America. You can even mock JC, you know, their Messiah. You know, you can mock JC. But there is two things you don't mock. Israel and God's chosen people. That's where we draw the line. So who runs America? Tell me who you cannot criticize. I tell you who runs your country. It's very simple, guys. It's very, very simple. Wow, look at their driving skills, guys. You know, these people can't drive. Why? Because they don't care if their car, if this happens to their car, because they don't spend money to buy it or fix it, guys. You go, you pay for it. Like right now, if you go to your pantry in your kitchen and you grab an item, if you look at where the ingredients are and whatnot, you'll see there's either a K in a circle or a U in a circle. Guess what that is? Kosher tax. You are paying kosher tax for these people to live for free. And that food has been prayed on by a rabbi from the Talmud. And you're eating it. It's been blessed by a rabbi who's reading the Talmud. And you're eating it. Let that sink in, guys. Let that sink in. When you're done or when you feel like it, go to your kitchen and take a look. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. These people live for free based on everything you buy because kosher tax doesn't go to Israel. Kosher tax remains here for these people. Okay? The other taxes go to Israel. So there's double tax, guys.
Then I stumbled upon a kosher collision, another example of Lakewood's infamously terrible driving.
We were just showing how densely trafficked it is out here, how much traffic there is. We wanted to show some of the driving differences out here.
I don't think you're saying a fair statement. This has nothing to do with dense driving.
Oh, what does it have to do with bad driving skills or snow?
Totally because of the snow.
It's because of the snow. You have to blame something other than us. It's never us. It's not all of them, but it's always them.
It was a miscommunication.
That's fair.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. There were actually no one on the road.
Totally fair, okay. You need help getting pushed? All right, all right.
Well, why are you making up a story? Because you need a documentary. There was not one car in sight that accident.
Oh, you just hit the wall.
That's it.
You didn't hit anyone?
No.
Do you need help getting pushed?
I'm fine.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Oh, you're good. Different than anyone else.
You need a job.
I agree.
You need a job?
No, I mean, I'm employed. I employ a lot of people, actually.
Yeah, you make money for doing nothing.
For doing nothing? Do you think moving capital and charging interest is something more valuable than I do, or what?
What? I think you should write about
Tell me.
the hundreds of thousands of people that do favors for people every day.
Tell me more.
Open up a book. You never saw so many charity organizations as you have here in Lake.
I know there's so many 501c3s, it makes me wonder. Are they all charitable? Are they fiending for tax exemptions? 100%. You know, would you say this is a great place to move to for a young family? If I have a kid or a wife, a young wife? Okay. Not just the Jews.
My best friends are going.
Okay.
Their best friend is goyim, bro. They just say it like it's nothing. Goyim. Wow.
Perfect. What do we have here? We have a... Hey, it's good to meet you.
You see that?
I saw it. What is the name of that organization once again? Hatzolah. Okay, good to meet you, man. See you later. And we have Hatzolah up here to help.
Who's that? Hezbollah? Is this Hezbollah? Oh no, Hezbollah. Hezbollah is in New Jersey. Trying to hunt down. Oh no. Hezbollah.
The community. Yeah, this guy doesn't even know what the First Amendment is.
We're busy with the knife.
Don't be a joker, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yes. Come over here. Come over here. All right. I need to get you like a second number. Son. What's your Instagram? You got Facebook?
No, I don't have.
Tyler.
Look at these hundreds. My phone number's been leaked.
You're a little child. Give me a number. I promise you.
Why are you insulting?
I'm not insulting.
You just insulted.
Come on, I'm a little child.
Give me a number. I promise you I'll make it worth it for you.
All right, look, give me your email. Give me your email. Give me your email.
732. Give you my number.
All right, hold on. And what was your first name?
Moshe.
We're gonna do some big stuff.
You're afraid, I think.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh man, these guys are next level. I feel like I got dropped off on an alien planet.
And you might be wondering, what is Hatzolah and how are they able to blast through red lights like that?
It's like a community watch, but they think they are cops. If you notice, they had their lights on and they just ran a red light, just like a police officer would do. No uniform. They had the Jewish uniform on, white pants and the curls.
Jew in a police car is what it looked like, but he's not a police officer.
and he's blasting through the lights like he is a cop. There's a Hatzola billboard right there, Mike. And what is that for?
I mean, you're asking me questions. I don't know if I have the answers to why. Because, once again, because there's competing Hezbollah. You have competing groups of these.
Of a non-profit volunteer emergency service?
Yes. It sounds like a business, right?
But literally every
You know, Hatzalah is like help. Hatzilu! When they yell when they're under the rubble right now in Tel Aviv because karma is a bee. Hatzilu! Help. Hatzolah. Rescuing. That's what it means, guys. Okay? Let's proceed. Let's see these numbers real quick. Let me zoom in on this. So that's in Lakewood, New Jersey, tax exempt since May 1992. That's their EIN number. Look at the revenue, guys. Revenue, expenses, total assets, total liabilities. Wow, are these people making a killing or what, bro? I think they're making a killing all right, you know? This Hezbollah.
organization out here is a tax-exempt 501c3. If you dig through the filing, go on ProPublica.com, you'll be surprised to realize everything basically is a tax-exempt 501c3.
Yes, because it's all through the religions.
What are your concerns? Why are we interviewing you?
So I think I echo the concerns of many non-religious people in my area. And the biggest concern is how one group of people gets to act that is separate, segregated from everybody else.
And that group being Jews.
Yeah, yes, Jews, exactly, yeah, 100%. But you know what, it's in my area, it's Jews. In other areas, like you obviously see the Somalian, right? In Minnesota,
you can't say Jews, then go to Somalians. What religion are the Somalians that you're talking about? If they're Muslims, then you say Jews and Muslims. That's the problem with you stupid goyim. A Jew can be of any race. It's a religion. So say the New Yorker Jews, not just Jews, or the white Jews, white American Jews, black Somali Muslims. Then we're talking. Then I know exactly. But we say Jews and Hispanics. Like, what does that mean, bro? You can be a Jew and Hispanic. The Goyim will never learn the terms, man. Decolonize your mind.
Things that are happening all over the area, but yes, in my particular area, it is Jews, and it's Jews that are expanding their territory.
Okay, so my name is Jenna Galarza. I've lived in Jackson for approximately 23 years. I want to say it really started affecting me when I had my children. I have twins, they're 20 now. In assimilation perspective, you want to be able to teach your children how to talk to other children and, you know, be part of other cultures. And that was when it really started hitting me.
What hit you?
You know, let's say if I would go to a store which was closer to Lakewood, you know, I'm pushing a double stroller, I have twins, and I noticed that nobody would hold the door open for you. At one point, a door literally got slammed on my twin stroller, and I was just like, whoa. At that point, there wasn't a lot of Orthodox living in Jackson, but they were coming to our parks a lot. And they would come to the parks, busloads, vans full.
Busloads, because each family has 18 kids.
And the park would just get turned upside down. I mean, we're talking about diapers being changed anywhere and being thrown on the floor.
Yeah, guys, thrown on the floor. Indeed, they are so disgusting and dirty. That community, disgusting, dirty. You ever sat next to one? I got stuck on an airplane sitting next to one of them going back home for 14 hours. Almost died. Boy, they stank. So I don't even know if they take showers. You know what I mean? Boy, they stink. Come on with it.
Talking about children literally urinating in public and absolutely not interacting with your children. So listen, at that time, if it was a minyan, there was 10 men, not a big deal. But then you started to notice that it was no longer just 10 people. It was 20 people and 30 people. Just completely changing the feel, the character, the comfort that you once had in your neighborhood is no longer there.
And another source of conflict is the Jewish community using residential homes as places of worship, often without approval from the Jackson Planning Board, bringing in tons of outside traffic and destroying the peaceful quality of the neighborhood.
They do that thing back home too. If you go to a neighborhood, all of a sudden, they make the garage like a synagogue. And these people do not respect anybody else. They don't even respect themselves. They'll park, put their car on driveways. Now you got to kind of figure out which one of these shmoolies car is that? Where is he busy? You can't interrupt. Bro, it's unbelievable. I have no idea.
We can have even where if you work in an office and there's 10 Jewish men there, you can just take a conference room for 10 minutes. We don't need like a formal like church. I've prayed in parking.
You know what they're doing, right? They're thrusting the female god, Shekinah, whatever they call it. And these are tefillin. And they have that, dash camera on their head, the cube. Looks like the Kaaba where the Muslims pray. Very interesting, right? The black cube. It's like the Muslims are going around on the black cube that is on the forehead of the Jew. Very weird, man. And what it look like when you strap all these things, and because they have to keep the word of God between their eyes and in their hands. So they take these things like literal, and they're stuck in the past. The same law, man, like nothing changed. Jesus came and left, and these people did not skip a beat. It's so interesting to see, bro. And they think they're the first people before Christianity. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Lots with, we're going somewhere and there's get other guys together.
But if you're living in a residential neighborhood and this house becomes like a revolving door of people coming in and praying constantly, parking their cars, I imagine there's some quality of life concerns, right? Increase in traffic and the streets being covered with cars and people all over the place, or what?
I don't think that that's what really happened, but maybe on like the Sabbath. But you'll have any Semites will probably say that because they don't like us. They don't want us.
Yeah, my favorite
this
song.
This home used to be probably about 1,100 square feet. It does have a new owner.
Okay.
Apparently, they did get permits to expand on their house. Most of the permits are just, kind of just given. Nothing is really followed through.
Okay.
This home will be being used for a full-out temple.
Temple?
Yeah. Well, that means that they're going to be praying in this home several times a day, probably staying over on Friday nights until Saturdays. As you could see, there's no parking lot here. This is going to affect every person that lives here. And the other problem that I have with this, and that I think should be looked into, is there's definitely funding going to these places.
If I was a concerned neighbor and I said, hey, they're building a temple, what the hell? What might happen next?
You'd probably
be labeled anti-Semitic.
Be called an anti-Semite.
I know it, man. I know it. Like, you cannot win with these people, guys. You cannot win, bro.
They will make your life miserable. Nobody wants to live across the street to a synagogue. It is a tactic of getting people to sell their homes, and they will have buyers for them.
And you see this, and then you watch buildings get built before they're approved. They build and ask permission later, and then if they even don't get permission, they sue and they win for permission. So when you have all these things where they're creating hatred, they create the double standard, they create the animosity between two groups. And when I say they, I mean governments and people that buy off politicians to make favorable laws, because a lot of the shit they do is legal because they bought the politicians to make it legal.
Do you think residents in Jackson who do not want Jackson to be majority Jewish or to look, feel, and sound like Lakewood, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
Well, people have a right to freedom of speech and freedom of their opinion, even if they're going to be bigoted.
Do you think that's bigoted, though,
No,
right? Because I imagine you don't want this place to be Islamic.
Only because the radical Islamists want to kill us.
Radical Islamists want to kill us. First of all, if that's the truth, why? Maybe because you've been killing their children for 77 years when they took you in and protected you from the white European Christians, but you forgot that, and you came and you colonized the land and you started killing everyone, and you were the first terrorist in that region, the Lehi, the Haganah, Stern Gang. So if your statement was true, it makes perfect sense. You reap what you sow. You are the extremist, buddy. You just don't know. You don't see it. Takes one to know one.
Other than that, I have no problem.
And they're radical Jews and they're radical Christians. Right?
Which Orthodox Jews are radical Jews that want to hurt people?
Many people could argue there are distinct sects of Judaism that are marginalized.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't want Lakewood to become predominantly Muslim. Radicalism aside, though, right?
Right.
Just like...
Yeah, he went straight to radicalism. What is Zionism doing, which is extreme Judaism? It's destroying the world. There's no extremism, Judaism. Orthodox Judaism? No. Really? Really? These people, man, the nerve on these people, they just love to lie, bro. They just love to lie. And as soon as you bring the word Islam, they just go on a rant. They forgot what Muslims have done for them, not to them, for them, protected them, helped them, brought them back to the Holy Land. Wish you never did that.
Jackson residents don't want it to be predominantly Jewish.
So if a Muslim wants to buy a house here and pay way more than what the house would sell outside of our community because of the fact that the prices go up when we come in, they're free to do it. And
yeah, but I just don't think it's bigoted for you to not want it to be predominantly Muslim. Why would you? You're Jewish.
So Jackson Strong is kind of like a unofficial organization that I had started. When I saw everything turning, I just was very vocal on social media, and I decided to organize. Certain people really wanted to get involved. There were a few of us that, you know, we would have letter writing campaigns, making a lot of calls to county officials, local officials, and state officials, trying to find out what ordinances could be created, what we could do to help prevent a full-out turnover. A sign would say, Jackson Strong, don't sell, meaning if a new neighbor moves in next to you, don't run, don't sell. Why would you move? Stay strong, right?
Would they sell?
They would sell because it just got too much. And anytime you would say anything about it,
you're anti-Semitic. You cannot complain about God's chosen people, guys. They have all the money in the world. How many of you have credit cards? Loans? Guess who owns those? God's chosen people. You got a mortgage? Car payment? God's chosen people. Credit card? God's chosen people. They own it. They own it all, guys.
Were anti-Semitic. I mean, there were Facebook pages created just to slander me. You know, they would manipulate pictures of me. They would put, you know, Russian hats on me, a Hitler mustache.
That's what they do, man. Slander. Look how much they're slandering Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. Whether you agree with everything they say or not, that's not the point here. They will slander. They will slander, ruin your image, reputation, make up lies. Like all of a sudden they say Tucker Carlson is working for Qatar. They called him Tucker Qatarlson. They just made up this whole lie that Qatari money. No, bro, we all know it's Israeli, AIPAC. All of a sudden they make up lie and went with it. That's what these people do, bro. They just keep lying. They can't keep up with their lies. Remember, in the Talmud, it's okay to lie to the goyim. Yeah, guys, this is a lot.
You know, these were things that were even coming out of Israel. At one point, there was a post where, you know, somebody had said that, you know, she needs to have an ice pick in her eye.
Look what they said. Look at this. These are God's chosen people. Yeah. Godly people, right?
You know, and something like that, I did go to the prosecutor's office, and my Jackson Strong page was taken down for no good reason at all. It was just taken down. There was a page, Rise Up Ocean County, which was a pretty important part of everything that was happening. That page was taken down also. However, it was hijacked. So when our page was taken down, just for stating the facts, when you're bringing out the Kaporis incidents, when they're cutting the necks of the chickens and blood is pouring through the streets.
You know about the chicken, right? They're transferring their sins to a chicken. Then they grab the chicken, make it go around them 7 times, and then they cut the chicken, kill it, and then just throw it in the trash. Now the sin transferred from them to the chicken. I mean, how? What are we doing here, bro? Transferring your sins to a chicken. Let me go sin and do everything wicked under the sun, but it's okay because I can just transfer my sins to a chicken, and I'm not going to eat the chicken. I'm just going to kill it. What is happening here? I hope you guys know about the chicken. You can look it up. You can look it up, guys.
And then you're talking about that and you're posting videos, and all of a sudden you're to be replaced with a complete anti-goyim harassment page, and you could report that page over and over, and you could have a campaign of people reporting that page, yet that page remained up.
Of course, because who runs Meta? God's chosen people. I did a video on YouTube exposing that woman, and it was taken down faster than a rabbit can run. And I tried to take off the timestamp, but it was not something I said. It was something she said. And it was taken down. Yeah, we're getting sick of this, guys. I know I am. I hope you are too.
You want Lakewood to be predominantly Muslim? Just you personally?
No.
And why?
Because it's a...
Let's say they don't want to kill you.
I'm fine with people moving in, but to have Jewish schools, we have to have a critical mass of Jews here to support Jewish schools. To have kosher grocery stores, supermarkets, we have to have a critical mass of Orthodox Jews here to support kosher supermarkets. By the way,
so using that logic, why would anyone in Jackson want Jackson to have more and more Jews move? If you're arguing there needs to be a critical mass for...
How are we infringing on their right, on their ability to do whatever they want?
I'm not saying you are, but why would they want that? Why would it be bigoted?
They don't have to want or not want. If somebody's selling their house to an Orthodox Jew, the Orthodox Jew is allowed to buy the house.
Sure, but I'm talking about the people who are not selling their houses to Orthodox Jews.
Then they have the right to do that.
Of course. But that doesn't make them a bigot to not want it. It doesn't mean they're hateful. It doesn't mean they hate you.
What is it of their lifestyle that we're going to change?
All right, so we...
Bro, they are clueless. They have no idea. They don't see anything wrong in anything they do. Nobody can try to tell them that they're doing something wrong. Not even God. It's so annoying, guys.
Let's start with the traffic. Infrastructure-wise, they're just throwing up these ginormous structures. They tend to have basement apartments also, so they'll rent those out. Right now, there is probably upwards 2,000 to 3,000 homes that have been bought and are just being rented out right now by the Orthodox community that they will move in when they're ready to move into them. There's been a problem with light pollution. Now we're seeing just LED lights everywhere. You know, there's a lot of issues. And then let's just talk about the thing that breaks my heart more than anything, which is the school system. So what's happening is our Board of Education is going bankrupt. Between the formula and the state giving all of the money to the poorer communities, which has been proven to not work. We're losing that kind of funding, but we're being depleted from the busing. We are required by state law to provide busing to all of the private school students. Why are we paying for busing for schools that are not teaching a standard curriculum? If 80% or 90% of their curriculum is religious studies, why are the taxpayers paying for that busing?
Yeah, valid question. Why? Why are they so privileged everywhere they go? And why do they create so much chaos? And if you point it out, you get labeled anti-Semitic. Why? We are allowed to ask questions. The truth is anti-Semitic, I get it. But we're allowed to ask questions. I don't know. Let's proceed.
And then to add insult to injury, we have recently sold 2 of our schools, and they have been bought by the Orthodox community.
Who are you, Chris?
I am a councilman in Jackson, New Jersey.
And what are we in front of right now?
We're in front of the former Sylvia Rosenauer School. The school was unfortunately shut down due to budget issues in Jackson. It was purchased by a private school.
Okay, so this is a private Jewish-only school right now?
Yes. As the state cuts our funding, we continue spending more and more public money on private schools, and it's kind of creating the perfect storm that's destroying our public education system.
So all of the school systems are completely strained by the influence of the Jewish non-students. They don't even use the public school system, but yet it costs the public school system a lot of money.
We Orthodox Jews, we pay the full school taxes to support the public schools and for busing. And the only thing that we get to use is busing.
You take Jackson Township, their pass-through budget was nothing in like 2017. What pass-through laws are, they're federal state laws where it says that the school system has to pay for the busing of private school students. The more people that moved into Jackson, they go to school in Lakewood. So no, Jackson has to bus their kids to Lakewood. Now they don't bus non-Jewish students. They have segregated busing. So you have
segregated buses, bus for God's chosen people and a bus for the stupid goyim. Today, in America, I don't know if you knew this, but when you get to Ben Gurion, Grun is his real last name, airport in Tel Aviv, boom, boom, right now, when you get out of, you try to leave, to depart, to go back to America or whatever you're going, there's 2 lines. There's a line for God's chosen people, and there's a line for the Goyim. And then there's a very important place for Palestinians where you get searched for 5 hours. But if you're God's chosen people, it takes 10, 20 minutes, it's like express. If you're a Goy, it takes 2 hours. And if you're Palestinian, it takes 4 or 5 hours with many questions because we're Amalek. So there is God's chosen people, Goyim, and Amalek. True story, guys. I have to deal with that every time. I'm Amalek.
girls bus, boys bus. It costs the towns millions and millions of dollars, while at the same time, it decreases the enrollment that they have. So when the enrollment decreased, couple that with a really shit school funding formula in New Jersey, the towns spend way more money and they get way less in return.
And now, in a modern day and time, who thinks it's okay to separate boys and girls, not allowing them to be together, not allowing them to go to school together, be on the same bus, and because of a religious practice, you're forcing the public to pay extra money for things.
Okay, so they separate the boys and the girls, and then the goyim. Wow. Look, I went to all guys school back home, I understand. But we didn't have a bus. Your family, or you can take a public bus to get to school. But they want the school for the boys, a school for the girls, school bus for the boys, school bus for the girls, school bus for the goyim. That's a lot of money.
Like that.
We have to send our children to religious schools because of the values that are taught in the secular schools. If there are population changes, schools consolidate. We're not the first place that's happened, nor the last place.
The Jewish community is extremely racist. Could you imagine if I said that my children could not play with somebody's children because they were black?
Yeah, that would be considered racist. So if your kids are God's chosen people, you don't want them to play with the goyim, because they might become a goy. I thought they would love for them to play with goyim because then they can be good spies to learn about the goyim and report back to God's chosen people. They do that too, by the way, if you didn't know.
what a different conversation we would be having. Why is it okay?
We only eat kosher food. If our kids play in a non-religious Jew's home, they might be given non-kosher food to eat.
You're talking about Muslims, but you're allowed to eat halal because it's like kosher, supposedly, from my understanding. Bro, these people are just follow the law and pretend like you're God on earth and nobody can tell you nothing. Not even God. The way they live their lives, man. It's all doing for themselves, but they don't practice, they don't show, they don't, like, if you're Muslim, you want to walk faith, you want to try to get people to convert. Same thing with Christianity. You want people saved, you walk like Christ. Like, what do these people do for others? What contribution other than pornography and OnlyFans and Pornhub, usury, Hollywood? Other than that, what contribution? Good contribution. What? Think of one.
Also, we generally don't have televisions in our home and don't want to bring the secular values of homosexuality.
How ironic. Tel Aviv, guys, is the gayest city in the world. Gay, God's chosen people, sodomites. And they put that star everywhere, even on the rainbow flag. Ironic.
Of adultery, theft, of...
How about usury? No? We're good with that one? I guess usury is fine. Got it.
Cursing, and go on and on. We don't want to bring this into our society. The Orthodox Jews are paying full property tax, which is how the schools are funded, and we don't get the benefit of the school building, the school teachers. So we have to also pay for our private education. So
poor kids, man.
So they're getting our money and we're getting nothing for it.
Your funding is going to go down. You're going to have to make cuts. You're going to have to keep closing schools. They just shut down another big school, which is going to be converted into, it might be one of the world's largest yeshivas right here in town.
Woo! Word, largest yeshiva. Well, this is halfway through the video. I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Grab your second batch of popcorn. Take a break. Do what you got to do. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Let us proceed, everyone. Let me look at a couple of the start comments real quick, then we can proceed. Thank you, Cadmus V5T. Even their flag is fake. Just Google the Karaman flag from Turkey. Oh yeah, I remember that. You know what? Karaman flag. Karaman flag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me share that real quick. Thank you for the suggestion. So oh man, if I remove that, it will remove the video. Well, I can just download the picture, guys, and then share the picture maybe. But maybe not. All right. Yeah, it has the Star of Remphan on it. Well, thank you so much. Let's move on to another one. Thank you, SPR Smoke. Thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Everything helps. Thank you for your support. We got another one from Christ is King indeed. Thank you for the contribution. God bless you, brother. Free Palestine and Christ is King. Always and forever, Christ is King. And let's see what else we got. One more here. Thank you, Katrina McKenzie. Sick of them, sick of freedom of speech and insults and their annihilation of others, but it seems nobody can overthrow them. Well, Jesus Christ will. In the meantime, keep exposing them. Keep exposing them and let people know the warnings from Christ about these people. That's what we can do. All right, we got one from Covenanter Soldier. It took me a while. Thank you for the contribution, the super sticker. I really appreciate it. And we got one more. Noah Linden, thank you for the contribution. I'm from New Jersey and I'm horrified at the expansion of the Orthodox Zio community. May God save us from these malicious people. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I've been to New Jersey, but didn't spend much time there. It was a stop in the airport, and then I just had 1.5 hours to look around. Yeah, I'll be praying for your community, man, because that's not fun, because they definitely take over. All right. Okay, guys, let's proceed here. And let's proceed. Make sure you grab your second batch of popcorn. Here we go.
Let's be real. New Jersey State is essentially a criminal organization because everything they do is for some type of special interest, for somebody to benefit somehow.
They take a house, they get that house built for a public mikvah only for Jewish people, right? So they say it's for the public, but it's not. It's just for a select private group of
It's only for God's chosen people.
The house is now a 501c religious organization, so it doesn't pay taxes, so the town loses the tax money. Yep. And then, like in this case, that mikvah was being built before it was even approved, so everyone sees that.
This is going to be a mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Where women get purified.
Correct.
Mikvah, where women get purified.
After their periods?
Yes, and it prepares them for their childbearing time.
Sex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's little things like this. When they get in an area, they put what they need, their special needs. It doesn't benefit the community, anything that they put. It benefits.
And think about it, man. If you're supposed to be contributing to society, you try to, like, when a Muslim want to contribute to society in America, a restaurant where people can eat. Everybody's welcome. It's not just for Muslims. Same thing with a Christian. You open a store or something, a pizza place, an Italian pizza. It's not just for Catholics. It's for everybody. Hindu restaurants, but these people build things just for themselves. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone. And if it's for everyone, it's to enslave everyone, like usury. That's for everyone. You can have that. Pornography, you can have that too. That everything negative is for everybody, everything good for themselves. That's how selfish they are.
If it's only them.
So this is a house of worship, a shawl. This has been operating now probably for about 6 or 7 years. This is one of the ones that we first realized was non-owner occupied. Now,
Meaning
that you have a better chance of not having issues if you live in the home and you have prayer, but nobody was living in this home. Okay. Generally you should have to get the proper permits and everything, but our town has been very accommodating for bad behavior. As you could see, they did install a light for them here, so they could safely pull in and out and cross the street.
And that's a symptom of the increased traffic into this location, right? A light just for this house.
Correct. Just for this is zone residential.
They got a light just for their house, guys. Wow. Look at this Semite. God's chosen people, guys.
As I told you, we have to be together for schools, for synagogues, for kosher.
We got it. We got it. It's all about you. We got it. Keep talking. The more you talk, the more we learn. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler, for doing this.
Food. So you're gonna start buying the next block over. That happens to be Jackson and Tom's River. Now it's going into Howell because we're having lots of children, and thank God we're having lots of children. Thank God almost all of them stay religious.
Thank God. Thank God we're taking over, and you can't do nothing about it. And if you try to do something, you're anti-Semitic, and we're gonna make laws. That's where we are, guys. This is America, guys. This is the United States of America.
Get married early and having children, and community is just growing and growing. So in Jackson, they passed regulations against Orthodox Jews. And not only that, they were harassing us. Let me give you an example. We pray 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. So Jackson, they were very unprofessional, very amateurish. So they had their code enforcement department counting the number of Jews on the street, and they left the emails on their Jackson Township email system. So when litigation ensued, it came out in discovery. So they say, I see 3 men wearing the garb, carrying Bibles, going into this house. And
they're not Bibles, Talmuds. They keep saying Bible. We know. The Goyim know.
Inspectors would actually go onto the property and peer into the window to see if we were praying.
Okay, so the house was zoned residential.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter if you look in the window because they got tunnels, guys. Remember? Tunnels, the mattress with the stains. What are y'all doing down there, huh? Mitzitzabape? Is that what they're doing? I don't know.
Essentially, and it is being used as a house of worship?
No, but you could just go in there. The guy owns the house. You can just go in there and pray. We do it all the time.
Yeah, just make your house into a mosque or a church and everybody goes and just ruin the whole neighborhood. Who cares? It pleases God. Ruins everybody else's life. It's all good.
Like, when I have the Super Bowl here, I have 50 people here.
In contrast to the Super Bowl, how often does this congregation happen per year? Is it every week?
Oh no, we pray 3 times a day. No,
so 3 times a day versus once a year, though, right? That's an important distinction.
Oh, but I'm saying, but every week they get during football season, get people over watching football, and they get 30 people in the house watching football, right? Anybody in America can do that, and.
I don't remember the last time my area was blocked because somebody had a party. Let alone every week. Yeah, I mean, if you block the neighborhood, you're going to get the cops going to come. But then these people pay the cops. So what are you going to do? Suck it up, Buttercup. Stupid goyim.
They're not cited for a violation.
You don't think they would have been treated the same if it were a mosque or a church?
There are Christian groups and that they were not harassed like we were.
So you guys were singled out in your opinion?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened in Jackson? What?
The only victims in the world. Oh no! Why? Pour us. Pour us. You know what? I should put like a tiny hat and go there and pretend that I need somewhere to go and see if they'll give me a free house. That will be insane, bro. That will be insane.
What anti-Semitic laws is he referring to in his opinion?
So it's everybody is reacting in their own way, zoning law-wise, to try to fight what they do. And what that is like buying corner lots that are unbuildable, using the RLUPA laws to build on them. So what happens?
Loopholes, guys. These people, they love loopholes. They should make a cereal called Loopholes.
What happened was there was a little bit of a rush to stop Lakewood. I would say about 2010-ish, where you saw different towns making different zoning laws. Brick did its own little thing, tightened up zoning laws in certain areas.
Let's see. Judge to issue an injunction barring congregation Kehilos Yisrael from operating the school until it secures site plan approval from the Township Planning Board and building permits from the construction officer to interior alterations that have already begun. Okay? Begun.
And they did it in a way where it wasn't pointing out one religion. Jackson kind of did it in a way where they did point out one religion. But
what does that mean?
So it's like they tried stopping the shoals in the middle of the houses. But what they did was they worded it and they said things as they were doing. Like the people on the boards were saying stupid shit during the discussion that were anti-Semitic, basically to give them fuel to come in and say, you guys are making anti-Semitic laws. Okay? It wasn't necessarily what they were trying to do, is how they were trying to do it. Now the council president up there, Mordecai Bernstein, who was a part of it, you have that guy, Richie Roberts. They got the DOJ to do an investigation. They sued under RLUPA and they had the DOJ do an investigation into him. They hammered Jackson. So now it's like Jackson is castrated and cannot even fight it anymore because they got told by the federal government and the state government they get to do whatever the hell they want. So now that's why you're seeing the synagogues going up in single family or multiple family, big houses, $800,000, $900,000 houses. We lost a lawsuit on this property that was too small of a property, unbuildable lot. The people that came out to that meeting made this type of comment. This was deemed anti-Semitic. This is a family neighborhood. We like to keep it a family neighborhood, anti-Semitic. This is what the judge, quote, cited as anti-Semitic. Are you going to be renting this house or are you going to be living in it? Anti-Semitic.
Anything you ask, any concern. Anti-Semitic, guys. Anti-Semitic.
What type of family would want to live on this type of lot? Anti-Semitic. That's how petty it gets.
Beginning 10 years ago, they called you an anti-Semite for outlining all of these points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads in Jackson. Nobody's saying that you cannot put your house of worship on those county roads where you could put a proper parking lot and you could have proper traffic. So why are we dealing with houses of worship within walking distance that could be on main roads? Air roofs are up. Why instead are we putting them smack in the middle of residential areas? Because it's another way to get people out of there. It's another way to create a complete religious enclave.
And this all
is intimidation, man. They try to intimidate everyone. So they build it there, then you're like, man, I'm done with this. So you just pick up and leave. And now they buy the house that you're leaving. It's a plan, guys. It's a plan.
Begs the question, does the Jewish community living in peace come at a direct cost of the non-Jews also trying to live in peace? Can the two groups get along? I toured a mostly all-Jew neighborhood in Lakewood to understand Jennifer's frustration a bit more and what she sees as Jackson's seemingly unavoidable future. Where are we at, Jenna?
We are in Westgate, aka Kosher West, aka the Little Tykes Graveyard.
I'm noticing lots of toys on the lawn, car seat that may not be getting used, tons of minivans, many children, many families.
full trash cans, abandoned vehicles, a lot going on here.
Correct. This is on the border of Jackson.
You know, they're very dirty, man. They're not good at being like clean. Probably one of the most people you'll ever meet, guys. God's chosen people.
And unfortunately, I see this as being Jackson's future if we don't get a hold of things.
Remember, when these people came in ships to Palestine, Palestinians, man, we're very, very neat freaks. We're very clean. We take off the shoes before we walk in the house. We sweep, mop every day, dust. Everything is fully washed. We're clean. We like to smell good. And then these demons come in boats, disgusting. They got typhus and all kinds of lice and whatnot. And then they come and just spread it, bro. And now they took our houses, our grandparents' homes, and now they're living there. It doesn't even look the same. They start building their own structures with different kind of stones, different kind of architecture that does not belong to the Holy Land. And they're just dirty and nasty, bro, and smell like sweat. And ugh, look at this, bro. Like, why do you need that much trash? Like, because they God's chosen people. Stop asking questions and watch the episode.
Let's go for a walk. How large are the families out here?
Again, you know, anywhere from 6 to 12 children.
This is all Orthodox Jews for the most part?
This is predominantly probably 99.9% religious.
Could I buy a home here?
I don't believe you could.
Obviously, legally, according to the Fair Housing Act, it's illegal for them to discriminate against me, but practically speaking, could I buy a home?
No.
Okay.
This community is allowed to police themselves. You know, they're allowed to do what they want to do.
Not just there, sweetheart, around the world.
Rules don't apply. Yeah, the trash cans.
Rules for you, not for me. Yours for thee, not for me. Rules for thee, not for me, not for me, not for thee. I don't know.
We have a problem now in Jackson with rats, which we've never had before.
Bro, what was I just telling you? What was I just telling you, bro? Rats. Rats. We have a rats problem. The Austrian painter said that. We got a rats problem, remember? Ratatouille. Rats invade New Jersey town's food pantry, which is forced to relocate, guys. No bueno, señor. Esta no bueno. Oh, que malo.
It's definitely a concern.
It's a complete religious enclave, yes.
And this bus right here is paid for by a Lakewood taxpayer, correct?
Correct.
We're walking. We're trying to walk. You got to... Yes. Call the cops.
Here, it's strictly about religion, nothing else. All these men going to yeshiva until they're 35 years old, they're not producing college students. They're not producing people that are going to go and benefit the greater good.
They're not contributing anything. You heard till the age of 35, bro. You're just studying the Talmud and get brainwashed out the Goyim and the Mashiach and all that stuff, bro. I don't know. That's a lot, bro. I've never seen anybody just go to study just to study for 35 years unless you want to become a monk or something. That's a lot of rocking for 35 years, bro. 3 times a day. Lord have mercy. No, maybe that's why they're schizophrenic. Or they got like, you know, your skull, your brain is moving a lot. Because it's just boom, boom, it's sudden movement the whole time you're rocking. It's like you have to go to the bathroom so bad. You're like, oh. You know what I mean?
Of our society.
It's sort of an investment in a insulated, one-way economy.
Correct. Without anybody contributing.
How are you? Oh, we're filming a little documentary. Yeah, for YouTube. Would you like to say hi?
I actually recognize your face.
I'm infamous. That's me.
Yes.
It's good to meet you. How are you?
I actually can't shake hands
I
with
see.
you. I'm sorry.
No worries. It's good to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just walking around talking.
Yeah, you can't shake hands with the woman. Same thing with Muslims. Orthodox used to do the same too. So it's a respect thing. So I'll give her that.
Cool.
You know, that's okay for God's chosen people to do it. But if you're Muslim, oh, look, they don't want to shake my hand.
I hope it's interesting.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Like, not everybody's the same.
This is true. I'm noticing a strong spectrum here of even orthodoxy, right?
Yeah, even within the Orthodox.
So I got to say, very refreshing. Sweet
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
Said hi. Good luck.
You know, that's
That was
the funny
nice.
thing.
That was nice, yeah.
That's the funny thing about it. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of the women are very nice and very welcoming.
Yeah.
And you know, you can have a conversation with them, but at the end of the day, they can't be your friend.
No parking. Look at that.
They don't want to live amongst us. They don't want to live with us. They just want to live and exist and not have us be part of their lives.
They're in exile because the Mashiach did not come, but then they came to Israel because it was their Mashiach. No, but who cares? We can cheat God, you know?
We've had people stand up at our council meeting in Jackson and say, I'm sorry, we cannot let our children play with your children.
For the Orthodox community, the reason that we choose sometimes to live with ourselves is because we are, as a culture, very careful with the influences our children have. My children don't know they don't have any access to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any of these things. And
So why are you buying everything if your kids don't use it? If their kids don't want to use those apps, why are you buying them? You get it? It's control, guys. Has nothing to do with what she's saying. All they do is lie, 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 lie.
part of that safety is that after school, all of us as neighbors share those same values and rules and restrictions.
It's about unity. It's about assimilation. It's about, you know, the American culture, and that's what we're losing.
Can the Jews and the Gentiles get along?
Absolutely. We don't have.
You're calling for unity.
Absolutely.
Me too. Coexistence like Palestine before 1948. But that's not what they want. They have a different kind of mission. They're not just following their religion and trying to make it to heaven. They're trying to fulfill prophecies themselves to own us. Not to work with people and try to spread the message or love their neighbor. No, 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 no. That's not what these people are trying to do. They could care less about everybody else. That's not the Christian faith. That is not the Christian faith. That is not what Jesus Christ stood for. Jesus Christ never walked to anybody suffering, didn't stop to help them. He didn't turn his back on anybody.
I also understand that this is their way of thinking. This is how they are trained. This is how they were brought up.
We're happy for them to stay. We don't push them out. We had a neighbor Wheeler right across the street over one house. We were sorry to see them go. Is it
really? Were you really sorry to see them go?
Is it bad that you have a house that's worth $300,000 and someone says, I really want to live in this neighborhood, I'll give you $600,000 for it?
I think it's great if
600,000, so nobody else can buy it, guys. You get it? It's for 350,000. So comes one of God's chosen people. He's like, I pay $600,000, and nobody's gonna compete. Where's the money from? Shh. Don't be anti-Semitic.
you're trying to sell your house.
Okay, and if he doesn't have to. Like this woman, she didn't have to sell her house.
Yeah, I think there's an argument in some instances of people who have claimed that they've been pressured, harassed, or intimidated to sell their house.
So it's not intimidation. It only could be that too many people are knocking on their door asking, do you want to sell your house?
Okay, so there's blockbusting.
Okay.
You know, that's when they approach you to sell your house, which is a level of harassment. There's intimidation, telling you that, you know, your decorations are not Yiddish, or approaching you and asking you, when are you moving?
Bro, I would, you know, I don't really put Christmas trees and none of that as a Christian. It's all about Jesus, not these pagan holidays. But if I live there, I'll put the biggest Christmas tree outside just for that, and a big old cross and a nativity scene. And bro, I'll live with a Muslim guy, we'll be roommates, and in Ramadan, I'll make him put all his decorations just to rub it in their face. Yeah, I don't like here. It's my house. You don't like it? Go back to Israel, as he said.
You know, you could have a child who's 4 or 5 years old being your neighbor, and you could be very nice to that child, and one day they will just come out and say to you, when are you leaving? Well, that's learned behavior. They're hearing that, right?
There's rows of housing. You saw it yesterday. 4, 5, 6 cars per place, tight, super tight houses.
The few people that I've spoken to, a lot of it stems from fear and their loss of their way of life, right? I don't think it stems from hatred, from what I've heard.
So some hated and some feared a change in their in their neighborhood. These people are moving in that don't look like them, that, you know, seem different, and I can understand it, but there are laws about discrimination, and you know, people bought homes legally because the non-Jews that lived there made a lot of money off the Jews in selling the home.
Well, look at, you know, Little Italy, and look at Chinatown and New York, and how come it was okay for them to live amongst themselves? The key there is assimilation. Their children went to public schools. They worked in the public sector. They invited anybody who wanted to come into their community. They provided for them in their community.
That's very true, because that can be the God's chosen people argument. Oh, you have Little Italy, you have Little China. Yeah, but they contribute to society. And their kids are in the same schools together. In those communities where when people moved here, they're changing. It's not the same. They're not sitting in a synagogue until they're 35 rocking.
Huge difference there. This is not a welcoming community. This is
Exactly, that's what it is. It's not a welcoming community. It's not. You go to Little Italy anywhere, man, hey, how you doing? Come here. What's the matter with you? You want a pizza? You go to an Arabic community, oh, habibi, ta'al, assalamu alaikum. You want some hummus? You go to the Jamaica, wagwan, everything Chris, rude boy, may give you una party. Go to a Mexican place, órale, amigo, ¿qué pasó? Ven pa' acá, ¿quieres un tequila? Not these people.
is not somebody who's saying, we're going to build this shul. Come on in. We want to teach you a little bit about our religion and our beliefs, but we want to involve you in it. And this has been a topic that I have brought up at several council meetings when there have been times when there's been a project or something that they wanted to approve, and we were trying to kind of, bring it to people's attention that this project is not going to benefit the community as a greater good. The Jewish community is extremely racist, and I would go as far to say as the Jackson government should be ashamed of themselves.
Beautiful traffic and under here. What?
Welcome.
Was that a strategic honk?
I think so.
I'm not sure what the strategy there was. Who's he honking at now?
Audio. That's the whole.
Gotta say hi. Hello. All right, so you're just honking. I'm not sure what the strategy is. How are you? I came down and waved and said hi. We're gonna see how long he's just gonna remain honking.
And he has his hand covering his face.
How are you doing? He's gonna break his horn. This guy does have a cheeky sense of humor, which I can appreciate. That honk was promised to him. Zoom in on his face. I think I'm gonna sue.
Very strange behavior, isn't it?
His kids in there is doing that? What? Man, I think this guy actually might be mentally challenged, so we're gonna give him a break. So listen, we can
They're all mentally challenged.
talk all the niceties we want. There is hostility.
They like to keep it in the family, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? That's not going to happen walking down our streets.
But as we were trying to escape and rest our ears from the Jews honking at us from all directions, I spotted these dudes tracking us. Turns out I had summoned the Shomrim police. The Jew.
Oh no, the Shomrim. Guards. Shomrim. Shomer means guard. Shomrim, guards. Emergency service. Oh no, the tiny hats. Shomrim.
Jewish community's internal police force that receives both federal funding and township funding.
Whoa, they got their own police. Oh no, we are screwed. We are screwed, guys.
You guys want to be interviewed?
No.
Okay, respect. Are we in the heart of Lakewood right now?
What do you know for?
Just curious. All right, he's pushing it. What's up? You want to do an interview? Okay.
I don't think it was nice how you portrayed the Jewish people and.
Well, what are we talking about? What's the context, real quick?
What's the context?
Are we talking about Curious Joel?
Yes. I just don't think it was you were trying to portray. I think you just came in with a more of what you had a picture in your head.
What do you think I got wrong? What do you think was misrepresented? Like, I'm just trying to learn. What do you actually think I got wrong about it?
I just think there was agenda.
You gotta elaborate a little bit, though. You know.
What was the front of the YouTube page posted as? What was the
inside the New York town invaded by welfare addicted Jews?
Thank you. You answered the question.
Was I wrong though?
I actually think it's not true, but again, you'd say whatever you want. It's not welfare addicted. This is what it is.
Welfare reliance, welfare dependent. What would be a better?
Programs don't have it.
All right. What are you arguing? That I have an obligation as a taxpayer to fund you and how many kids you want to have? If you
boom.
Want to have 30 kids, that's just how it is. It's
I'm arguing
the law.
that if the law is set up to have certain
the law
criteria for people, and it's according to children, then people who qualify for it, legally qualify for it,
100%.
with no fraud at all, are entitled to get it.
And you'll give me the credit of acknowledging I never said that was fraudulent.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's exploitative by nature, though. Yeah, why don't you throw all your money at them and help sustain their lifestyle? Why do I have to take a cut of my paycheck to go towards Curious Joel's insulated Hasidic Jewish community that has nothing to do with me? I'll never get anything out of. There's zero upside for them to exist for me.
Anyways, we have the government makes criteria for getting financial aid. And if someone qualifies for that criteria, I'm not sure why when the Jew does it, you're calling it exploitive or taking advantage, but you don't say that to all the other people and populaces that don't have it.
Well, I've never seen anything of this scale to where the families are this large and it's sort of baked into their strategy of...
Right? Where else in the US this is the thing, like this big of an operation? Where? Nowhere else.
Child.
So are you against having children, having a lot of children?
I'm pro-children. That's great. I think you should be able to afford it. And I want to make an important distinction between the Amish, let's say, and the Hasidic Jews and Curious Joel. You tell me what's the difference.
Oh, there's tons of differences.
Tons of differences. Most importantly, as it relates to finance, though, the Amish pay for themselves.
I love the Amish people. They're secluded. They want to live alone. They have their own way of life. But they don't run the world. Do they? No, they don't.
They're self-sustaining. They're not reliant on welfare programs funded by the taxpayer.
They work hard, guys. The Amish people, they work hard. They don't just pray all day. They work hard. They build everything that they live in, bro. I would love to live with the Amish people for a while. Disconnect from technology. I bet you'll be great.
I think I heard in a video there's 40,000 people in Curious Joel? 44,000. And you spoke to 20 people around on the street.
Sure, perhaps an insufficient sample size. Right?
Yeah, because most of them did not want to stop to talk because they try to avoid it because they don't want the truth to come out. Come on, the goyim are not that stupid.
And who obviously are not the ones working, because if they were working, they wouldn't have been on the street.
No, they lied. They lied. They said they work. They don't work. They kept doing this. Yeah, we watched that video. I commentated on it. You ain't, come on, man. Come on, playboy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
They'd be working.
Sure, but it belies a pretty interesting question, right? How do they afford to raise such large families? How do they afford to study full-time?
First, I have to bifurcate your question. Okay. There's two groups. One is the ones who are learning full-time, and the others are the ones that are working. For Hasidim, almost all of them go out to work. However, when they first get married, for the first 2 or 3 years, they'll learn Torah full-time.
For 2 to 3 years, they're learning Torah. They're not working. Must be nice. Do you know how stressful it is when somebody wants to get married, the first couple of years, how stressful it is for the man, no problem. Just study the Torah. Study the Torah for the first 2-3 years. Everything's gonna be all right. Stupid goyim.
The wife will work. They don't have any children yet. Or maybe they have 1 kid or 2 children. And then they'll get help from their family. And if their income qualifies, which it probably does, for financial aid, they'll get financial aid.
Okay, we got this guy following us. We're playing games now. We got the security van rolling on us as we
Oh no, they are in trouble.
roll on them. Got 1, 2, 3 police. Surely there's no conflict of interest we're about to experience. I wonder what law they're gonna claim I violated. How you doing? My name's Tyler. How are you?
Josh, man.
Good to meet you, Josh.
What's going on?
I don't know. We're just getting stalked.
Yeah?
Low key, yeah.
You look familiar, though.
My name's Tyler Oliveira. We're filming a little YouTube video. That's me, yeah.
Okay. So what are you filming out here?
Documentary on Lakewood, surrounding towns. Am I being detained? Is there a probable cause for this interaction? What's going on?
We just got a concern saying that you're walking up to people, asking them questions, stuff like that.
Luckily, this is America, and that is the First Amendment, right?
Yep. You're allowed to do that.
Beautiful. And I get you're doing your job.
When they call us, we got to come out here, right? See what you guys just doing, like a documentary?
Exactly, just a little documentary. Right now. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys want to say what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, well, it's good to meet you guys. I know you guys got more important things to do, but good to meet you guys. Good to meet you. Thanks for keeping everyone safe. Thank you.
I'm part of Lake Patrolman, which is public safety.
Yeah.
And we got multiple calls. Same reason why PD got calls.
Okay.
So that's it. We're just gonna follow you around. We're gonna let everybody know that they don't have to talk to you.
With the Shamrim police on our back, it felt like we were being policed by a secondary form of law enforcement that seemed to exclusively defend the interests of the Jewish community.
Yep. I don't know if you know this, but the NYPD trains in Israel. Remember when George Floyd had the knee on his neck and died? Regardless, you like him, you don't, you support him. That's not the point. Where did you think the police department learned that knee technique from? Israel. That's what they do to us, the Palestinians. The more you know, right?
Speaking of double standards, let's talk about politics.
I firmly believe that the tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime. We have an ultra-Orthodox person as our council president. You know, you can't think that there's not going to be things
favorism
happening and rules and laws created to make his community stronger and better.
When do you eventually become involved in Jackson politics, let's say? You live in Lakewood, you don't even live in Jackson. Why do you even get involved?
What happened was this act of discrimination against the Orthodox Jews in Jackson was going on for about a year. And I had people calling me from Jackson with like anonymous numbers, Orthodox Jews, because they were afraid for their safety. We're generally not violent people. If we have to defend ourselves, we will. And I think
they're not violent people. How about the ones in Israel? Yeah.
A substantial number of people in Lakewood now own guns.
Why?
Why?
They became fearful?
Oh, yes, because the rise of anti-Semitism.
Oh, no. It's always the anti-Semitism. Be careful. God's chosen people are lock and loaded. I thought thou shalt not murder. Be careful.
And the tax on Jews. After about a year of them calling me, I really couldn't take it anymore. They're suffering.
Why did you topple the government?
I told you
why.
How
did you do it with ease?
Oh, it was not with ease. It was a tremendous amount of work.
Oh no, his hat escaping because of all his lies.
Agent in Manhattan, trying to get the stories out to the press. And then I met with this political group, like I said, who ran senatorial campaigns. We got the cell phone numbers of all the people in Jackson, and we planned to text. We started a website called familiesforjacksonjustice.org. By the way, I've since abandoned the website. Anti-Semites took it over. It's like
their favorite word. Anti-Semites. They hate us because they ain't us. That's why.
When the Republican Club, which was vehemently anti-Semitic and run by the mayor of Jackson, had a U.S. Senate candidate, Republican candidate, there for their meeting, I had spies inside the organization, non-Jews, who were telling me what was going on. So the Republican...
Oh, no. Snitches get stitches, guys. Oh, you working for God's chosen people? Not good, not good. Jesus is looking, he's watching.
Club, they had their senatorial candidate about to speak. We then texted to everyone in Jackson 5 minutes before he spoke. Here's this new website exposing the religious discrimination. I had it populated with all kinds of information, statements. The mayor of Jackson had been voice recorded, not by me, but it was sent to me, where he was asked by the chairman of the Ocean County Republican Party if these were churches, would we be opposing them? He said, absolutely not. It was discrimination against Jews. They were going crazy with all the things I was doing, putting pressure on them. There was fighting going on among the elected political people. Resignations had started.
And then they replaced them with Zios. And the whole thing died away, just gone.
And then I put out the ad on Fox News.
New developments in that deadly attack in New Jersey. Surveillance video shows they clearly targeted that Jewish market.
There's a synagogue located next door.
There is no question that this is a hate crime.
Anti-Semitism is on the rise, and now it's coming from Jackson Township's government. Elected officials in Jackson have passed ordinances targeting Orthodox Jewish families. Exposed township emails show officials surveilling religious Jewish families, praying in their homes. They even took revenge on a decorated veteran who testified against their anti-Semitism.
It's funny, that's the same voice they use for all these October 7, oh, Hamas is coming. Do you want them to rape you and behead your baby? And same voice, same energy, same music, same ads. They run it all, guys. They run it all. It's their world, and you should just be thankful and grateful that you are living in it.
Jackson officials are intimidating Jewish families, and they admit it.
If these were churches, would we be fighting? Absolutely not.
Shameful. This isn't America.
Oh, this is not America. This is shameful. This is not America. That's right. This is not America. This is Israel. This is the United States of Israel. I like when they say America. What is America, guys? Canada's in America. Mexico. Those are North America. America.
Put on the cable network provider for that area. In the meantime, I had 2 different calls with the White House. I know you want to ask me 1,000 questions. I will answer nothing more than that.
Okay,
sorry.
why?
Because.
Let me fix the tiny hat.
And to be fair, yeah, the mayor's statement seems pretty damning, right? Him saying, "I wouldn't do this." If
right. And you heard that on the commercial.
Yeah.
By the way,
it seems discriminatory.
By the way, he's one of my best friends now.
Lifelong.
Because here's what happened: more Orthodox Jews kept moving in because of the financial and demographic forces I told you about, and we started to become a larger part of the electorate. And he was coming up for re-election as mayor, and he asked someone if he could come here and apologize to me. And he came here and he said when he signed those resolutions, he knew it was a wrong thing to do. But he said he was under so much pressure from all the political types in Jackson and the people who have constituencies, and they were yelling at me. So he just signed it. And he wants to tell me now that he regrets doing it and he's going to work to get rid of those regulations.
Oh no, he apologized, which means he got that call, guys. Got that call. Remember when Kanye West recently apologized? Got that call. Spike Lee. Got that call, guys. They got that call.
Then that result was the Orthodox Jewish community embraced him, and we supported him. And I became the largest donor to his re-election campaign. Wasn't $1 million.
He becomes an ally to the Orthodox Jewish community.
He becomes not bigoted against us.
It's the Jewish vote. It's
This is another form of corruption. Imagine if I said, hey, I'm going to give you this amount of money and you do this. Okay, you can't do that. But if I could say, hey, I'm going to deliver you 50,000 votes that are all going to vote for you. So take Jack Ciattarelli in New Jersey. They were bragging that all of the Vlads got together, all the Jewish Vlads got together, and were voting for Jack Ciattarelli. And
Oh, he put a tiny ad. Is he God's chosen people? Sounds like an Italian last name. Oh no, he sold out.
they did so with like 97%. That voting bloc doing that.
Let's see what Trump said. The Orthodox Jewish communities all across America voted in very big numbers for me in our historic 2024 presidential campaign. Lakewood, New Jersey was one of our biggest wins anywhere in the country with more than 90% of the vote. We know because you're Jewish, they know. We know, they know, everybody knows.
Now says, like, what they do is they take that and say, hey, we got all these votes. And we're going to all vote for you, but what are you going to do for us? And if you don't vote with us, we're going to take all of these votes and we're going to put our support behind somebody else. It's what they tried doing to Chris Pollock. I know, because I spoke to the dude who basically said it. They said it very arrogantly, where it was like, oh, we have 6,500 Jewish votes in Jackson. He is not winning. That's what they said to me.
Yeah, he won.
And he didn't just win, he won by a landslide because a lot of people showed up for him.
Okay. And by people, we're talking non-Jewish voters?
Even Jewish voters. He got over 20% of the Jewish vote, Chris Pollock. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So the tides are shifting in Jackson, perhaps?
I think there's a group of people that, on both sides, that don't like what certain groups are doing. Remember, there's a lot of really good Jewish people that look really bad by these actions. The main comment that comes through my feed, no matter what it's about, Jackson, Brick, whatever, this town is finished. It's over. I don't know if you can stop them, and I'm not saying you can, but that doesn't mean you don't fight it. That doesn't mean you don't do what you can to do it. And you had people like Chris Pollock that he said, I'm going to do it the way of politics.
Okay, so Chris, I see these homes being built. Why are the locals so opposed to these houses being built?
Guys, if you're there, vote for Chris. Vote for Chris.
It seems still pretty peaceful out here. What's going on? What changes have you noticed?
Well, it's becoming rapid changes and rapid development. You're going to be seeing a heavy increase in the population. And I don't know if our town is suited to handle it. Unfortunately, I've heard from several people that some developments only particularly want one group in there. It's people have gone in there and asked, hey, I'm interested in these homes. Some of them have been told it's not for them. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It seems like it's only for one group and one community. And
who's that group?
It seems like it's only for the Jewish community. I'm going to be honest. But when you create a community, they have some of them that are adding shuls into it, essentially synagogues into it. They're fitting the houses to fit this very specific needs of one community. Do you think anybody other than that community is going to move into there?
They technically cannot discriminate against a non-Jew purchasing a home, right?
No, you cannot discriminate against anybody buying a home.
But they could just say, hey, sorry, we sold it to someone else.
Yes, they can. Legal. I've heard people say.
Yeah, they will lie to the goyim, guys. I mean, it's written in their books.
Oh, we'll put you on the waiting list because that's something that's going on.
LLCs are outbidding people trying to buy single-family homes.
Correct.
But you have a group of people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist. You are a white Jewish supremacist.
Bam! That's what it is, guys. This guy nailed it. That's what they are.
Because they're classified white. They don't want to live as a community with us. I think, when I say they, again, I don't mean all of them. I mean the far majority of them. I think they have their tight-knit community. I think their community lives completely separate than everybody else. They eat differently. They enjoy different things. Yes, we might drink, but everything is set in a different way.
As you ran for city council, did the rabbinical order try to buy you off?
I don't really have any relationship with the rabbis, but I have been taking a meeting with people who said they were liaisons to the rabbis. They went around touting how many votes they controlled. They told me pretty much straight out that they control certain politicians in town. And if I cater to their community, I might have access to the block vote.
Boom. That's how AIPAC works, guys. Same concept.
Who did they say they control?
They said they control our mayor and our council president.
After a year, I couldn't bear it anymore, so I got involved. I hired a political campaign group out of Washington, D.C. that does political campaigns for Republican senators. I think they did Ted Cruz. And I wrote a letter to the mayor of Jackson telling him all the things I was going to do if they wouldn't reverse these discriminatory laws. In the meantime, there's another Jewish group called the Aguda that had a lawsuit against Jackson based on RLUIPA. That's a religious land use institutionalized person.
They love to sue, guys.
Act. And it says that the municipality, it's a law, federal law, municipality is not allowed to discriminate based upon religion. And in their lawsuit, then showed all the emails from Jackson, all the things they were doing, conspiring against executing to try to make life miserable for Orthodox Jews there.
But you went to work, and what happened next?
I went to Washington. I met with Ronna McDaniel, who was the head of the Republican National Committee, and the Speaker of the House at the time was Kevin McCarthy. He was actually in their conference room. So I met with both of them, showed them what was going on. They were shocked.
No, I think there's a lot to learn from the community. That's why I liked what we did yesterday. Their tactics benefit them. They are a solitary mass. They actually are a community. Yeah. You can't deny it. They are not fighting over Trump or Biden. They're not fighting over left or right.
They're fighting over foreskin. That's what they're fighting for.
Not fighting over masked or unmasked.
Us versus the world.
It's antimatter, right? It's like we are everyone in our towns, we're fighting against antimatter. We're not focused on what actually matters. We're not picking each other up. We're not one community. And I'm not talking about communism or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about caring about the person. They hitchhike.
What other world will you see hitchhiking in America in 2026?
Nonstop, yeah.
That's a testament to how high trusting they all are.
So there's something to be said about that. And there's a lot, I would love to see our kids playing again off of, getting out on bikes and getting out playing basketball and football and all of those things. I would love to see that. I'd love to see us act a little bit more like that.
We need to fight back against the state. God, we've had large lawsuits against us because they tried to keep out this problem. We've had the Department of Justice come down on us. Billionaires connected to the president involved in all this. What's happening in this little town in Jersey is bigger than people think.
And what's happening here in Jackson, will that become a problem in other small towns?
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns.
Is the cop gonna go? Okay. Get a shot of the cop.
We got the corrupt police pulling us over for what? We'll find out. We may be in a corrupt hellhole.
Double cop car.
We're getting pulled over. We got double police, potentially nothing better to do. Let's find out. We weren't speeding. We weren't violating the law from the best of my understanding.
You have your driver's license registration
What am I
insurance?
being pulled over for?
I'll tell you that soon as you
Is there a
give me-
probable cause?
It's coming at 100 miles an hour.
Yes, there is.
What
we got
exactly
a call.
is that?
We got a call on our phones
For
a suspicious person. With,
What's
with
suspicious
video,
about me?
With video cameras.
There's nothing
in front of a
suspicious
school.
about expressing our First Amendment right.
No, you're
though.
good.
So what am I being pulled over for?
We got a call. Just so you know, you're being audio and visual recorded.
Sure,
okay?
likewise.
So we got a call from dispatch.
Sure.
Saying there's a vehicle.
Okay.
With two men in it, videotaping in front of a school. When we get a call for that, that's our probable cause to stop you because they described your vehicle. So I'm asking you. What's illegal about the fact that we're recording? There's nothing illegal about it.
Sure.
I don't care that you're recording because I'm recording too. I just don't know
all
who
ears.
you are. And I don't. But for my safety, I want you back in the car.
Well,
Okay. So
Yeah.
back to me talking to you.
my name's Tyler, by the way. How are
Jonathan
you?
Basillo.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, yeah.
I'm stopping you. Could I have your credentials, please?
Do I have an obligation to self-identify right now?
I need you to identify yourself on this stop.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
We're
it's
filming
a
a little
lawful stop
documentary
because they
piece.
described your vehicle to a T.
Totally get it. I'm just trying to figure out if there's
Can
actual...
I just ask you a question?
Yeah, I can tell you what we're up to if that's...
I just want to know who you are.
Yeah, my name's Tyler.
Oh, very good. My name is
Yeah.
Jonathan. Like, explain that
Yeah,
to
good
you.
to meet you.
I stopped you.
Totally get it. Yeah, we're just talking about the changes in the town
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We went to that school specifically because
but
it's
yeah,
shut
yeah,
down.
it's
or-
very. You see what I'm saying? Like when you
To-
have a camera
Well,
in
sure.
front of a school with kids. I
I
mean,
can
if my
understand.
kids go to that school,
Sure.
I wouldn't want my kids to be video recorded.
Sure, we
purposes.
didn't enter the
What a good guy this kid, man, whatever he is. Yeah, he probably voted for Trump and probably is a mega and prays for Israel every day.
school. We were on the sidewalk.
It
basically,
doesn't matter if you're in a certain
And if you say that about him, you're like, oh, you're a liberal, you voted for Biden. Well, Biden's a pedophile too.
Distance of a school.
Okay. All right, sure. You can have it.
And just do me a favor, keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so. Thank you so
Hands
much.
on the steering wheel.
Yeah, I just don't know what's in the car. Like I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
He's treating them like they're criminals, man.
That seems a little extra.
No,
That's definitely extra. But you can have it. There you go.
Thank you so much. I'm not saying I'm giving you a ticket or
Sure.
anything like that. I'm just identifying.
You got the badge, man. Yeah, do your thing.
No, it has nothing to do with having the badge or anything like
Okay,
that.
then.
Okay.
Stay near the car, okay? Don't come near us.
Is this slightly excessive?
I think it's absolutely excessive.
It seems like a bully tactic.
Run around.
Yeah, well, I don't know who placed that phone call.
How you doing, man? Hey, what's up? How are you?
How we doing?
Doing good, getting pulled over. You know what we're up against? Small town police department, small town politics, lots of money. All right, so apparently the reason why these cops came out of thin air is because who just got called?
Well, we're going to find out. The council president just called me.
So who is Morty Bernstein?
He is the council president in Jackson, New Jersey, and the most powerful man in the town.
He's the president of that town, Jackson.
Does he have the police in his pocket?
I don't think he has the police in his pocket at all, but the man does have an incredible amount of power. He's involved in political action committees with very rich and powerful developers, a lot of political connections.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Was this a mistake? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest, the powers out here are pretty immense. Like I said, it goes up. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved in what's going on in Jackson.
Billionaires. This is almost done, guys. Then we can move to questions. So bear with me.
People connected to the President of the United States.
If we zoom out, where does this all end?
Right now, it's gone to every town on the outskirts of Lakewood. They're buying up everything. Even if they're not occupying things, things are being bought up. I always say it's a real life.
They park it, man. They buy them and park them for the future when those kids, or maybe they'll bring other people. Who knows what these people are planning, guys? Take over.
Game of Monopoly. So it's gone into Brick, and it's gone into Howell, and it's gone into Jackson and Toms River. Now it's going into Manchester. There are large portions of property being bought in South Jersey. We cannot keep up with this.
How do you combat a group of people chosen by God practicing rampant ethno-nepotism?
Chosen by God. Oh, man, that's funny.
Here's a problem, bro. One Jewish dude in Manchester said to me this: you guys will never come together because you have no shared sense of purpose. And that hit me because he's fucking right. Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome's going to be. And that's to expand the religion, that's expand their people. We don't have a shared sense of purpose. We're too busy arguing with each other. We're too busy talking Trump. We're too busy yelling about ICE. We're too busy focusing on Epstein's list. We don't have a shared sense of what is America and what are we trying to accomplish together.
That is very true, man. That is very true. It's a shame.
Americans don't have a shared sense of purpose about America. Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome's going to be. The only way that you're going to stop it, and the only way you can fight back about it, is by getting people that have a shared sense of purpose in the numbers that matter. Getting enough people with their eyes open to say, holy shit, something has to be done here. You have to get rid of the RLUIPA laws. I don't think it's ever been challenged by the Supreme Court. It has to be taken to the Supreme Court. I think it violates the Constitution. You have to fight fire with bigger fire. And the sad part about it is they have the biggest fires.
You gotta fight fire with bigger fire. Well said, man. Well said. All right, let's open the floor for more gifts and likes and questions. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. And also, if you're interested in the merch, the oliverootspodcast.com. And also, if you're inclined to contribute, buymeacoffee.com. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some starred stuff. Okay, let's see this one. Brian, thank you so much for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Jesus is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Free Palestine. Always, brother. Always. Thank you so much for your contribution. Brian is the man. Always showing up. All right, we got one more here. Noah Linden, thank you for the contribution. Let us all pray for the salvation of all souls. The Zayus only pray for themselves and other Zayus. For that, they are cursed. Well, it's not just the Zayus. It's God's chosen people. The Jays. Zayus is just one shoot off of that. Yeah, I mean, we got to pray for their salvation, but I think we need to pray for the wrath of God to come on the people that are persecuting everyone, whoever that might be. And right now, that's the Zayos, whether they're Zionist Christians, Zionist Jewish, whatever. The wrath of God, that's what I pray for. It's not up to me, it's up to him. You know what I mean? All right, these were the likes and the supers. Yeah, man. Well, I know that was a long one. 2.5 hours. Oh, man, I've been talking for a long, long time, guys. The chosen nights. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It was just spare of the moment. I just wanted to do something, and I was like, you know what? Let me just pop on here. I haven't reviewed this video. I'll do it live. Hopefully the signal is good. The audio's been good. We got one more gift. Thank you so much, Katrina McKenzie. I really appreciate it. Pray for Palestine. Always praying for Palestine. Also praying for Lebanon. South Lebanon is getting demolished right now, guys. They try to turn South Lebanon to Gaza. And they're bombing Iran. Pray for Iran. Pray for America, man. The news is doing what the news do. They're planning a false flag attack to blame it on Muslims so they can get more draft. Get the draft to join people, to join the kids, to join the military so they can send them to die for Israel, to fight Iran. It's a crazy world we live in, man. These people have so much power. So I pray for peace, man. I pray for peace. I pray for peace, guys. All right, guys. I'm done. I'm hungry. It's almost 7 p.m. here on Eastern time. Thank you so much for your time. May the Lord keep on blessing you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the supers, the gifts. Until next time, guys, Christ is King, and always free Palestine.